I got fatter.
Hi,
Plus,
everybody.
hey, everybody, we're BabbleGab.
Hey,
Yay.
hello.
Hello.
Plus, it didn't help that they didn't let him be a kid.
Yeah, we're talking about Michael Jackson.
Steve watched that movie yesterday 14 times. What the hell is that?
What is that
What's
noise?
a beeper? Why are we beeping?
It's not me.
It's not me.
It was coming from God's truck. He was lit up.
What are you doing?
That like the Steve Austin's bionic eye was fucked up.
Could you imagine if it glitched in his ear, eye, or whatever? If he'd get like this eye twitch. See, they don't show him like 10 years down the line when all that shit starts going bad. You know?
Oh yeah, old age.
Yeah.
Starts to... No, anyway, this Vicky and I we saw. Huh?
Go ahead.
We went to see Michael last night, the movie, and we were impressed. It was really good. And
Cool.
it's I gotta say Jafar Jackson, which is Michael's nephew, I think, did a great job. It's amazing.
Did they play that one song that's a good song that he did?
I know you're gonna say
What? Rock with you?
Oh, okay, that's what I thought you were gonna go. No, they didn't get that far. Well, I think
That was his first hit.
Well, they were talking. That movie focused more on has he got. Of course, they did talk about the Thriller. They didn't get that far. So yeah, I guess
they
they
about
did.
that Thriller.
Well, they didn't
shit.
play Rock with You though.
You guys want to see my impression of Steve?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh, okay. You got yourself a puppy?
Mm-hmm.
What's his name?
My chihuahua.
Oh, he's adorable.
Gizmo.
Gizmo.
Oh, he's cute.
All right, so on.
Hey, Gizmo.
Oh,
Oh,
good. Now we got cats.
oh,
I'd
you
show
got
you
the pussy
the big dumb
cat.
dog around here, but he's way too big to lift.
Yeah,
him.
kind of like Lucy. I can't really pick her up.
Sally's the other dog we got. She's a 30-pound beagle that weighs 60 pounds. So
Oh,
I can't pick her up, but she kind of looks like a sweet pot-bellied pig.
that was
You gotta
Yeah.
put her on a diet. And,
Yeah, she's on a diet. But yesterday I took him out, and she went out and found a dead, dried-up worm on the
Oh,
patio. And so she tried eating it and then had to spit it back out. And then she realized, well, she must have done that wrong. So she tried again 3 different times, kept spitting it out because it's so disgusting. Then eventually she decided not to eat anymore. So she just took a step forward, flopped over on her side, and rolled around on it.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
And then she wanted to go inside and get in my bed.
Oh, geez. Oh,
they're a
nice.
lot like this. They're a lot like real women.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Uh,
took her and just pointed at her.
What was
Oh,
that?
man.
What was the beeping, Gotcha?
What's that?
What was the beeping? It sounded like you were going to
No,
say
what-
something.
Or I can pick her up.
It wasn't you?
No.
Oh,
Okay.
Hey,
hang
stop
on.
when stop when you did something. I don't know what you did.
yeah. It looked like you bent
You
over
were
and it
looking
stopped.
down, and then it stopped beeping.
You bent over and thought.
I don't know.
That was freaky though. I'll bet you can catch it in the rerun. I'll bet.
Well, if it
I-
happens
I
again,
didn't-
we'll just tell sorry, we'll just tell Goshawk to bend over. There you go.
Is that
He's
not
kind of
better?
She's kind of a fatty boomba laddie.
Oh, look at that.
She's a cutie though.
She's a 58-pound heavy bastard.
Oh, wow.
I'll be laying in bed watching TV, and she'll climb up on my chest, and it's like I'm trying to watch TV with a 75-pound bag of concrete
Oh,
on
yeah.
my chest.
Oh, Scooter
Okay,
does
I've
that to
heard
me
3
all the time.
weights now. 60 pounds, 58 pounds, and 70 pounds, which is...
Well, they don't sell 60-pound bags of concrete. They're 75.
Ah, how the hell do I know?
Technically, she's 58, but I figured I rounded.
It's probably metric.
You must have petted the dog again. It looked like you were tickling that bush behind you on
Yeah, there you go.
the.
I bet you like to tickle some bush, Steve.
Oh yeah.
Now, little news things, one of those stupid news pop-up things on my computer says Cher turns 80. Didn't she turn 80 about 20 years ago?
It seemed like it, didn't it?
Well, when's her birthday? Did she have a birthday?
Oh,
I don't know. Do gypsies have birthdays?
I don't know.
or tramps or thieves.
Yeah. She's kind of all three.
Or a half breed.
Yeah, she's half
What's-
Polish and half like.
No, she's half Armenian.
Oh,
Half
tomorrow's her
Armenian.
birthday. She'll be 80
Yeah.
tomorrow. Okay.
Gypsy is offensive. So let's just make
Which,
sure
yeah,
we don't have
they
any-
are.
Well, let's make sure we don't have any on the show.
So I guess I'm playing Cher tomorrow.
They like to be called clowns.
Mm.
You know, I couldn't even recommend a Cher song. I don't like any of them.
I could turn back now.
Although I thought recently, a week or two ago, you played a song from Sonny and Cher I'd never heard before that wasn't too bad.
They had a couple of good ones I liked. My Baby Shot Me Dead. There's one or something like that. And then
Shot
there's
Me
another
Down.
one. There's another one, Shot Me Down. Yeah. Then another one I was like, Baby Don't Go. I was like that one.
That was all right. I don't like I Got You Babe, and I don't like. I think there was another popular one they did I don't like.
Well, the beat
Oh,
goes
the beat
on.
goes on.
Yeah.
Plymouth took used that for their commercials.
Is that what
Well-
they said? I thought it was The Bee Goes Hum.
Yeah.
And the bee goes hum.
I just
But
thought you
Plymouth didn't have the B. That was the Dodge.
I just thought you didn't like it because maybe people play it too much or something.
Oh, that's part of it.
But I do like Dark Lady by Cher.
Duck Lady.
Duck
I go
Lady.
the rest of my life without hearing I Got You Babe, especially after I had to perform it with Gracie over and over, dressed up like Cher.
Why did you dress up like Cher?
Because it was
She was the taller one.
she dressed up like Sonny and I was Cher, and we did I Got You Babe. It was for a Valentine's Day review. It was just for a gag, and it
So
just
you
brought
dressed
the-
up as Cher.
Yeah, it brought the house down. Not really Cher. I was just dressed like a woman and imitated Cher and had the long black wig. But
Oh, then it was Sonny and Cher then.
well, that's what we were doing, Steve.
Because you remember, Sonny was a bit short, and Cher's tall.
Oh, you were being
So-
sarcastic
and
with me.
Timmy's tall,
No.
and Gracie wasn't quite so tall. So therefore, to get the height right, you had to do the
Yeah.
thing with the
Gracie
dress.
played Sonny. She had the wig and the mustache, and I played Cher. I had the long wig and the dress, and we went out and sang "I Got You, Babe," and I did Cher's part. You know, don't tell me your hair's too long. You know, I did all that shit, and it brought the house down. And then when we did a laugh-in review for a couple of weeks after that, and they made us do it every night, and I hated it.
They didn't make you do a goddamn thing.
Yeah, they
Right, you didn't have to put that shit on. Free country.
You could have just not gone there.
Yeah.
Not how showbiz
Nobody
works.
says that anymore.
What?
It's a free country.
Yeah, that's like from the '70s, man.
Well, I'm stuck in the 70s, I guess.
It's all relative.
But Michael was really good. I enjoyed it, and they left it. I don't want to give spoilers, but they gave they gave the feeling that there will be a part 2.
Oh boy.
So
Is,
Michael come back to her?
Yeah.
Well, they got to show the plastic surgery and all the court trials and all that stuff.
I don't know. If they do it, they'll probably lead up to his death, maybe. I don't know.
Did his nose really fall off?
No.
I thought it did. It looked like he had like a hole where his nose was supposed to be.
Well, I don't know. I couldn't say for sure, but it seems I've never heard of something like that happening.
Just look up Goggle Michael Jackson without his nose. Actually, don't. We got to do this show. Anyway,
Maybe it was from Thriller.
so I
Go ahead.
finally fired up the 3D printer again.
Yeah.
And I've got the head of the gator printed, and now I'm working on the jaw. So it's a 24-hour print, that one, or 22 hours. But I'm looking to upgrade.
For size or speed or what?
I don't think it's any bigger than this, but it's sufficient. And but speed and reliability, because now the printers use. Hate even saying it. They say they use kind of like this AI shit, but it's to like keep it from spoiling the print. So I mean, it'll detect that there's a problem and pause it before it becomes a problem. Whereas the one I have now, if the nozzle clogs, I'll just wake up or whatever and find the filament, all over the place, spaghetti, and the print's ruined, kind of thing. So I don't know.
I'll just answer this question. No, Michael Jackson's nose did not fall off. It's a myth. Urban.
I
What
can't.
about the picture?
Kendra.
Pictures can be modified. Oh,
That was pre AI, but post Photoshop. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Kendra.
hi, Kendra.
Do you like Kendra or Kendraroo?
Huh?
Or
Just talking
K9.
to Kendra. Going, what? Oh, we're fine. Just trying to wake up.
Trying to go to sleep.
It's not Friday yet.
Bob Marley has the distinction of not once but twice getting straight zeros across the board on Big Bob's Rate the Record.
He didn't
Who did?
care. He was high.
Bob Marley.
Oh, did he do that shit again?
Now, this was
Stand
years
up,
ago.
get up.
I
'Cause
forget the song, but it was like
yeah, it was that.
he did it like
Stand up for your
10,
right.
12 years ago and got zeros across the board. And then he did it again like 2 or 3 years later and got zeros across
Mom.
the board.
Yeah, I
Mom
was
had
there
one of
once
those.
and gave it a 0. It's not even a rock song. Just leave that shit out of there.
Who was it? Who was it that would release "Send Me an Angel" every decade or so?
Oh, I don't remember the name of that band. Steve Wood.
Send me an angel.
It sounded like the Scorpions, but they weren't.
Yeah.
Wasn't a bad song.
Real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good
A lot
song.
of those band names, band names that just don't stick in your head.
Yeah. Nice. Little,
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
it's
blah 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 by Foop Whoop. It's like, huh?
yeah.
I
Well,
always thought that
when
was
when Stone Temple Pilots, when Scott Weiland left, they decided to move on and get a new singer and change their name, and they changed their name to Talk Show. And it's just like they bombed, and it's like, what a stupid name for a rock band, especially if you're on the following the footsteps of STP. You're gonna have some kind, because Talk Show, that's like, I can't think of a dumber name for a band than that. It just sounds so,
Yeah,
God,
but
talk
is there a correlation between bands being successful and having good names?
yeah, this has something to do with it. Yeah.
I was gonna start a band once. I was gonna call it Drip Dry, but it didn't work. So.
Yeah,
Similar to
well,
my band was going to be Just the Tip.
The
Yeah.
tip.
just the tip. Funny.
Tip or tit.
yeah, jeez. Come on.
Both just as gross. Hey, well, there was a band that was kind of like a Van Halen offshoot or something, and it was like Slash was in it or something, and it was like a super group, and they called themselves Chickenfoot.
I
It
heard
didn't
that.
do very well. But there's stupid bands like Hoobastank and Stained that did pretty well for themselves.
Well,
I
at
think
least
a lot of
the
it
name
is-
Hoobastank, at least it's memorable.
Yeah.
At least it's memorable. The other one's like, typewriter or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah,
It's
talk
like-
show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I already forgot it.
I mean, I've
Yeah,
never
maybe
liked
5 minutes
Apology
ago.
None. I wish I'd have gone a different name than that. But I got way too much years behind it.
Yeah.
Well, you can do something like make a big production of Apology None disbands, and Terry Summers starts his own new band.
Chicken
Well, after
shit.
the
Oh, wait a
divorce,
second
we
now.
were almost going to do something weird like that.
Mhm.
That last week of summer was just supposed to be Terry. The rest of them weren't even going to be in it. It was like a day in the life of Terry.
Oh.
And it,
Now, help me out here. Is this a cake or is this a wall?
I thought it was
Looks
some
like-
sand.
That's what I did. I thought it was it's a sand. That's what I thought. But creative cover up. That looks like, I guess it's concrete.
You remember
or-
when you used to plaster walls and have all just make it look like a like somebody threw a birthday cake at the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just
Right.
big stucco.
Remember all the popcorn they used to have on the ceiling back in the
Oh,
days?
hell
you know?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
That never bothered me.
Look up, I think, oh, I hate that ceiling. I've never
Sorry,
liked
guys.
Uh-oh.
What happened?
I'll be back.
Uh-oh.
Wife's calling me.
Oh.
What's she calling you?
I'll be back momentarily.
I once got plastered by one of those popcorn machines.
Yeah. Here you go. See what, go to Grandma, nice 6,000-pound station wagon. And then she's got a plate of what looks like stuff you'd throw out.
You don't
And
know
she was
it at
putting
the time. Go ahead.
Then she had she's putting a turkey in the oven. The turkey must have weighed more than your dog.
I say you don't notice it at the time, but it's nice having relatives around that are older than you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, mine are all.
Yeah, mine too. Now I was thinking the other day, it's like now I'm the oldest generation in my family left.
Oh, so-
Yeah, me too.
Kendra-
Until you get to cousins.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
Kendra
I
says
got-
she likes to be called K9dra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
the
we-
two brothers are older than me, but that's all that's left.
So I had worked with a guy, and we had an email thread, or this group of friends at work, and he was married to a woman named Janine, and one day he shortened it to just J9, J and the number 9, and I thought, oh, that's cool. So I said M9 because my wife was Michelle, and it didn't make any sense, so I thought it'd be funny. So we started calling them all the nines. So Kendra became K9dra.
K9.
Right.
Nate is the only one that didn't get a 9 because he just became N8.
Who's Nate? Your
My son.
Oh, I didn't know you had
Do
okay.
you want me to save that mail he keeps getting from that bank or credit
No,
union?
no, throw it away.
Okay.
How old is Nate?
He just turned 40.
Oh really? You don't look old enough to have a kid that old. Jeez.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. My son is 40, so my oldest one. Actually,
We're all older than Archie Bunker was during the show.
No, he was just a baby.
Who, Archie Bunker?
Yeah.
I tell you, women were just better looking in those days.
Yeah.
I was better looking in those days.
Yeah.
Oh, we all were. Well, I was. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I was like 5.
Well, this picture here, that was just 20 years ago. So that shows a big difference there now.
You weren't wearing a hat now. Looked the same other than that.
No, I was thinner, and I was working outdoors that year at a camp counselor or something.
Ah.
And
Do you have
that was,
glasses on or something?
that was our summer of a piece of the action at a Star Trek convention. We did the theme of a piece of the action.
Nice.
So we
So
dressed up gangster.
I'm buying a new tunic for my elf costume to replace that rigid cloth one. Get a leather one. But I contacted the person on Etsy that makes the stuff, so I'm kind of waiting for a response first before I take the plunge.
Yeah, you said you're working on printing a new dragon.
Gatorhead.
No, Gatorhead.
Yeah, because I squished the other one, so I made the top half of it, and it turned out really good. I think it's thicker, stronger than the original, and I'm working on the jaw now, but it's a 24-hour print.
So when you get it done, you got to paint it and all that stuff.
Yeah, I've got a fill, sand, prime, paint. This one I printed out white because colors, especially metallics, I'm afraid that they can clog the nozzle more than a virgin white one, natural. So I just went with the boring white because I'm going to sand it and paint it anyway, so it's a difference.
I'll go ahead.
And that's about it.
I was going to say antibiotics will help with a clogged nozzle.
Oh yeah. I
You know
bought
that
like nose drops if I get a clogged nose, and the stupid nozzle it doesn't even work. So I have to like push the lid off and like tilt my head and like pour it in. It's why does everything just have to suck now? They can't even make a gosh damn flexible little squeeze bottle anymore.
So
isn't that a Who song? Squeeze. Oh, never mind. Wait.
Yeah, that was the.
I'd
theme
like
for
to tell you
CSI
you're
Mayberry.
wrong.
Yeah.
Everything sucks now. Everybody knows it.
Yeah.
The world ended on 9/11/2001, and we've been in hell since.
Kind of seems like it.
Here's my girl. That's Chloe.
Hey, Chloe.
She's
Chloe.
scared of the storm.
Ah, there's storms.
Lucy got spanked Saturday.
Bang! Oh no. What'd she do?
She got vicious to. My band Trouble Clef went. John and Gary from Trouble Clef visited.
Uh,
And their new guitar player for their band, they're the Fakers now, not Trouble Clef, but their guitar player, Little John, he was with them, and Lucy did not like him. And I'm used to her kind of growling and staying away from people she doesn't like, but we were out near the swing in the back, and she got vicious at him. She didn't bite him, but I'd never seen her do that before, so she got a spanking and was grounded the rest of the day.
Yeah. Molly's got
embarrassing.
spanked. Speaking of that, Molly's got spanked me on heavy rotation on the Weird Sisters radio.
Oh,
I
no.
hated it. I'll be
Turn
right
it
back.
on,
I got a
so-
5-year-old to deal with.
Good grief, Steve.
Kick him across
Poor
the
Steve.
Transworld. Back when Transworld meant something different.
Yeah, but that's back when before they were international, right?
I thought TWA was always international.
Well, it was Transcontinental and
Well-
Western Airlines, and then
I guess Mexico's international, but it wasn't across the Atlantic, at least as according to the movie.
because it was Transcontinental Air Transport (TAT), and then they decided to change it to Transcontinental and Transcontinental Western Air Transport, but that spelled out something they didn't like, so they just changed it to TWA. So it was
I hated
Transcontinental and
TWA.
Western Airline, and then when they started flying internationally, the same three letters became Trans World.
I hated them. I was glad when they went out of business.
Not used to Tim hating things.
AI
Yeah.
and TWA.
Yeah. That's why we can't have
Well,
Molly.
just
on,
things
because
that have
Molly's
initials.
Yeah. Because Molly's dad was TWA for like his whole career.
Yeah, so was my grandpa. Our grandpa was TWA mechanic for 30 years. So we got TWA plates and cups and blankets and socks.
Back when you could count on a job, you know? You didn't have to think every fucking week, oh, are we going to get taken over, sold to the Chinese or the Japanese or the Indians or the Bangladeshis? And
Got a captain's hat that some
Star of the
pilot left
Persian
in the
Gulf.
cockpit.
That's pretty funny. I only flew them once, and it was probably the worst I was ever treated by an airline.
You didn't tell him, hey, my grandfather used to work for this airline. And I was like, okay.
I just wanted
No,
to
my
go
first
home.
flight was PSA, Pacific Southwest Airlines. And we flew a Boeing 727 from San Jose to Burbank. And that was my first flight. And just a couple days ago, the very, very last Boeing 727, you know, one with the 3 engines in the back, made its last flight and went to a museum.
Wow, I thought they retired those 30 years ago.
Mostly they did, but there were a few popping around here and there.
Wow.
So basically, all the types of planes I've flown in, because May 1st was the 25th anniversary of my very last plane flight. And that was at a Lockheed 1011. And there is exactly one flyable 1011 nowadays. It's a research aircraft.
Are there still 747s in there?
The later models, yeah. Lufthansa still flies them, and I think Korean Air still flies them.
Oh, there's people that can't afford new planes.
It's always been like this.
Well, Boeing's didn't suck back then.
Yeah.
Boeing's only crashed occasionally back in the day.
Well, the
Yeah.
747 didn't go out of production until like 2023.
Yeah, I figured it's one of the more successful planes ever.
Yep. And that's the thing now, because they want to make they got the new Air Force Ones coming together, and they're 747-8, which is the very last version. And what they wanted, because they're out of production, they're trying to buy basically every airframe they can get their hands on, just to have for spares.
Oh, really?
And they got the one from Qatar, which they had to. The problem with the one from Qatar is that the Air Force Ones, the older ones, the VC-25As, the early type 747, had mid-air refueling capability. And the one from Qatar, they're not going to try and install that. So it's like an interim bird, and they got two more in the works that'll have mid-air refueling.
I wish God's Shocker Steve would come around. Good grief.
Or this guy.
Tickets.
No traveler's
ticket.
checks. Remember traveler's checks?
I remember they existed. I've never encountered them.
Well, I
You
used to
gave
get them when
me
we.
you gave me some.
I
He
did?
didn't give you a damn thing.
Because you lent me your base or gave it to me, or no, you just lent it to me, the blue one, like a long time, like back in the '90s, and I had it for a number of years, and then you asked for it back, and when you took it back, you gave me traveler's checks in exchange for it. I'm like, well, you don't have to do that. You were just lending it to me, but you gave me traveler's checks. That's the first time, the only time I ever had them.
Did you cash them in?
Absolutely.
Where did I get them?
Those even exist.
I don't know, but you.
I think
you were
maybe you
traveling.
dreamed it. I think you dreamed it.
No, it happened.
No, back in the day, we believed commercials. It said, oh, if you're traveling, you need to get traveler's checks. Because you can't take cash, because every place you go, there's going to be people picking your pocket.
Well, that part's true.
That's true. That's true.
And then they pick your traveler's checks, and it's still a pain in the ass to get those replaced.
Yeah. And you're like, oh.
Excuse me. How you doing, God's Chat?
Okay.
Glad to see you back.
From what?
Because
Oh,
when
you-
there's just me and Tony and Darren, we just talk about tail fins and stuff. So
You shaved.
is that what you disappeared for?
Do I need to fix that?
Yeah.
No, it's about your face.
Yeah. Do I need to fix that?
Fix what?
What are you
I
talking
don't
about?
understand you.
He's going to grow. There we go. He grew a bit.
Okay. Hey, don't
To be
He-
fair, you look better without it.
Run it. Yeah.
You look better without it.
So you need to. It needs to get thicker and longer each time,
Yeah,
like a week's worth of gross.
that's that's one of those looking for love in all the wrong places. Facial hair things.
Well, the thing is, it's like big guys always have. Like, I wore that for a while, and it just emphasized, big old chin and everything. I was like, that's why I
So
find
it has.
tired of it.
Yeah. It has to
My
be
dad used
bigger
to
than
do
your
that.
head.
Yeah. Because I was doing.
You ever
the
wonder
whole
what
King-
those ZZ Top Gibbons, those guys would look like, or would have looked like clean shaven?
I don't know. And the one guy named Beard, who was the only one who didn't have one.
I know.
Star of the Persian Gulf.
Not anymore.
Keep seeing things about Dubai and how it's just totally built on slave labor.
Yep.
that people would go there from different countries for work, and they'd actually like steal their papers and
yeah.
basically make slaves out of them.
Yeah.
But that doesn't matter because we're only supposed to worry about slaves from 300 years ago.
Yeah, this country, if you listen to some of the people that talk on there, they think the whole world is like this, utopian, everybody, respects and loves everybody else. No, there's completely genocide going on in countries.
Well, nobody says that. They say it's all wonderful except for white people, is what they said.
You look at I saw, it was back when I used to go to Wikipedia, but they had a history of slavery and when it ended in all these places. And basically abolition started in England. And
Oh yeah.
but then you look and all through the late 1800s, it was banned here, it was banned there. America's just one of the many countries that banned it.
Yeah.
But then you get to the Middle East and Asia and stuff and Africa, and it kind of just kept on going.
Yeah, it's still going.
It's
That's what I'm saying. Those people that bitch about slavery from the South. If you're that worried about it, why don't you do something about slavery now? Because there's millions of slaves now. If it's that big a deal to you,
Or shut the hell up.
exactly.
yeah, they can't
Not
do
you, not you, them.
them.
Yeah, stupid people.
No, those people.
It's like stupid people that put Corsairs and P-51s on the Hellcat page.
Well, that was just the guy's screen name. That's all.
Yeah.
Well, he should change it then.
That was shady. I put a thumb.
We call that clickbait.
Yeah, well, it's all clickbait. Oh, jeez. No, even a friend of mine posted one of those reel things of the vertical ship, and it was like, oh, it was Donna Douglas from Beverly Hillbillies. Oh, she caused all these sales of blue jeans to go up because she had a really nice ass, and then it showed Granny and Ailey Mae. Only it was the shittiest AI. Neither one of them looked anything like the actual people. Not even close. Not even close.
Ellie Mae was almost as old as Granny, the actresses. Ellie Mae was like in her 30s. Granny
so
was
was
in her 40s.
Barbara Eden. They were good looking 30s.
Yeah.
And Jethro's still around. He was
This
really young,
yeah.
fairly young because that show started
61 or
64
62.
years ago. Yeah.
I blame my weight on Jethro.
Yeah. There you go.
Why?
So he'd go get a big mixing bowl and pour a whole box of cereal in and a gallon of milk and eat it. And I remember thinking, that looks fun.
Well, back
Now
then
it
you could
was.
do that.
Now I'm fat.
Now
Well,
everybody's fat.
I stuck my face in a bowl of chili because Meat did it in Porky's and it looked cool.
Yeah.
So I was
You
like,
did
my
it.
eyes.
Did you call asking for Michael Hunt?
No, but I did tell him that I did that, and he was like, "Yeah, that wasn't stunt chili they used." What are you doing, Steve?
I was looking at Irene Ryan.
She's the one that had that hit with
She
What a
practically
Feeling.
died on stage too. She was doing a Broadway production when she, I guess, didn't feel well and went to the hospital or whatever. And she was working her.
It's more entertaining when they actually floofy on stage, though. Makes
She
for a better story.
You can't really
Passed
do
away
that too
2
many
years.
times.
Yeah.
passed away 2 years after Beverly Hillbillies ended.
It's like Daffy Duck said, you can only do it once.
Right.
But she was born in 1902.
Who?
Yeah, so she
Irene
Irene
Ryan.
Ryan, yeah. And Ellie Mae was born, I think, in the 30s sometime.
Yeah.
35.
Oh, I thought Irene Ryan was Ellie Mae. Okay.
That's
That was
Granny.
Donna Douglas.
Oh, okay.
Donna.
Irene Ryan didn't look like that in real life. They did some kind of weird age makeup.
Oh, she was real pretty without her granny getup. I saw her a few times on Password Game. She was on there.
Oh.
So Ticketmaster's gotten into some trouble.
Oh.
Aren't they always in trouble?
Yeah, but them and their parent company, uh, Live Nation.
Live Nation. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was discovered they were putting like $1.72 like surcharge that was unlawful on every ticket, and the states actually started suing, and so the government, being the U.S. government, said, well, let's just fine them, 200 and something million dollars and be done with it, and the states are like, hell no. And they took it to court, and while they were in court, there was all this discovery about how they monopolized all these other companies, and that the things they were saying about people, calling them pigeons and stuff, for paying them top dollar to park in the grass and all this other stuff. So it really started this unraveling all this other stuff that they were doing. So it should be interesting to see, and they did lose the trial, so it should be interesting to see what happens.
I've got a fat dog laying on my video cables behind my computer, so my monitors keep going in and out. I think that plane's drunk.
I think he is too. He's supposed to be doing that. I mean, I feel that way on Friday nights sometimes, but not as much anymore since I have,
But no, that was
Started abstaining from.
Yeah,
I
I went from 6 drinks a week to 2.
I went from none to none. But no, the
Yeah.
Piper Cub was like that. The Piper Cub is such a forgiving plane to fly. You could do that kind of stuff because they'll have the guy kind of stumble out onto the airfield, and like somebody else is like pretending to chase him, and he'll jump in the Cub and start flying, doing all that shit, and it's an act. It's for fun. Some people have a weird idea of.
I've seen Piper Cubs almost come to like a complete stop in the air and just kind of.
Yeah, it's like one of the only planes you could do that kind of stupid shit in because they're just so forgiving. Because the legend has it that when they built the first one and designed it and built it, the test pilot took it out and flew it and brought it back and said, this thing, it handles like a little old bear cub. That's why they call it a cub.
Cool.
Hey, Steve,
Yes.
played a song on your show, and a guy goes, turning 60 has really got me down. Who was that? Was that Atlanta Rhythm Section or one of those bands?
Sounds like Atlanta Rhythm Section song.
They used to be the Classics 4, which was a Jacksonville band.
Yeah.
And if you speed them up a little bit, they sound just like Stevie Nicks.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah? Or
Imaginary Lover. You can find the video on there. Some radio station accidentally played the Atlanta Rhythm Section, Imaginary Lover, at a higher speed by accident,
What?
and everybody thought it was Stevie Nicks.
Oh, really?
I think
And
that
then
band Family, if you speed up one of their songs, it'll do that too.
That'd be funny.
And then they play actual Stevie Nicks, and everybody thinks it's a sheep.
Yep.
Yeah.
The goat.
There you go. Oh my God! Oh, did you see the footage of the two F-18s that got together a couple days ago?
Yeah, the two growlers. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was weird
I
seeing,
watched,
you saw all 4 ejection seats pop out, and they all got out. And the company that makes the ejection seat, Martin Baker, the British company, they pretty much they didn't completely invent the ejection seat, but they perfected it all the way back in the World War II. And they tweeted out, oh, now 7,880 people have been saved by our seats.
Yep.
So they keep a running count. It's like, okay, bully for you. But it was weird that those two planes got together. They didn't immediately just completely fall to bits.
Well, I was watching the Mover and Gonky show last night, and they're two retired fighter pilots.
Mhm.
They do a live podcast on Monday nights, and I watched them, and they showed all like 4 different angles of it. The other F-18 came in behind, and actually the tail of the bottom F-18 actually impaled the bottom side of the other F-18, and that's why they were stuck together like this when they.
Yeah. And I've seen pictures of other types of aircraft where that's happened, and they landed the two planes stuck together. And that's both pilots, I guess, working together.
Yep.
But just really, I mean, God, that's keeping your wits about you.
Love bugs do it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, on my car every night.
Yep.
So why aren't boysenberries called Knoxberries?
And maybe
Because the boys would be
Knox.
upset.
It just seems
I
like
used to live right
Knoxberry
next
is
to
a better name than boysenberry.
It wouldn't have worked in that Simon and Garfunkel song though. I'm a citizens for Knott's Berry Jam fan.
I would like to, if I was really like a technical guru with sound, I would like to take all of the Simon Garfunkel's, all their songs, and separate their vocals one in each ear. So if you don't want to hear one of them, you can just take one cup off one ear and you can just hear one.
Do you hate one of them?
Well, yeah, if you hate one of them, if you don't want to hear Paul Simon's, you can just take one ear, one channel off. I think it would be a good idea.
Because I used to live near Knott's Berry Farm and I never went.
Well, Darren and I did once. It's the only time I rode in a train that had the 50s diesel cab, the streamlined cab.
Oh yeah.
I live an hour away from Disney World for 2.5 years, and I haven't been. So
I live close enough to Disney World to hear the fireworks, Disneyland to hear the fireworks. And I was at Disneyland sort of once back in the 80s for a bachelor party at the Disneyland Hotel.
yeah.
Those places, they just don't seem... It doesn't seem desirable like it would have been in the 60s and 70s. It just seems ghetto now.
Yeah, no.
I haven't been
I
in
can't imagine
12
just going
years.
by myself to like Disneyland at age 65, maybe 40 or 50 years ago.
Yeah, that'd be
Really
pretty
fun.
creepy.
Yeah. But people do it.
Or those places are filled with people your age too.
Oh, yeah, it's a phenomenon. There's like middle-aged people that just go by themselves to Disney and they act like kids and put the mouse ears on, and mostly women. I mean, when I went with Howard and Kathy a few years ago, it was just I wanted to be with friends. I wanted to be with them. Other than that, I would have been bored sick there. I hate Disney.
If I could have gone on the Haunted Mansion over and over, I'd be okay.
Well, or if I could go to Epcot and see it as it was when they first built it, because it was a mid-century futuristic, super duper thing with a big round thing that looks like a golf ball.
I don't
But
think
I'm sure
it
they've
was...
modernized it.
I wouldn't call it mid-century. It like that we like Tomorrowland. It was more like 1980 world.
Yeah.
You know how like 1980 graphics, like the Atari. I'm not talking about Atari the gameplay graphics, but the Atari promotional graphics with the black background and the neon-ish spacey stuff. That's what Epcot was basically doing. I only know that because Jack Porter went there, and I asked him, and he said that was the vibe it had, like a very 1980, which is about when it was made. Or
Oh my God! This is...
1980 was like the. Oh,
Oh, no, go ahead.
oh.
No, go ahead.
1980 was when the future just kind of fell into the toilet.
it kind of did. I have a book about like cars of the 60s, and then I got one of cars of the 70s. Darren gave me the 60s ones as a gift, and then I found the 70s one used. And you got to start from 79 and go backwards because it's just so depressing the other way.
I didn't give you a goddamn thing.
I
was about to say, do you remember when Darren used to make us go to Photon all the time?
I do.
I almost got fired. We had our Burger King night crew had a Photon team called the Night Crew, and we went and played Photon, and we got lost track of time, and the whole night crew was late for our shift.
Ooh.
So they couldn't really fire us unless they were going to fire all of us.
Wow. For those who don't know, Photon was laser tag before laser tag was a thing. It was like basically the first laser tag kind of a thing, and it was pretty amazing. They'd have a warehouse. I think there were only 2 in the country. There was one in Denver and like one in Chicago, but there were these mazes and overhead platforms, and it was very well thought out, and you had to wear like 70 or 80 pounds worth of equipment on you, like a helmet and like a space helmet and a vest piece and all this stuff. And you'd have 2 teams, a red team and a green team, and it was like $10 a game, which in 1986 money, that was a lot. But I loved it. The first time I ever got there, I did terrible. I didn't realize what I was doing, and I just got hammered. And then I finally realized what you do is you go to an upper level, and then you just shoot people from above, like any sniper would, and you do pretty good.
Valuable lessons.
I stayed hidden in the tunnels.
Yeah, I tried to do the tunnels. I don't know if it was with Darren. It might have been you and Darren. I don't remember, but all 3 of us were sneaking around together, and one of you turned the corner and saw someone coming, and you backed up, and we all clanged helmets together and fell. There's a video of that stuff. Yeah.
There was a Medal of Honor story in World War II. This guy was fighting the Japanese, and he kind of walked out of the jungle and right between 2 Japanese soldiers, grabbed each of their heads and slammed them together and killed them that way.
That was Mo Howard. That was Mo Howard.
Was it?
Ron Howard?
Yes.
I was thinking, yeah, I always pictured Ron Howard when I think of that.
Yeah, me too.
Mo Howard. Knucklehead.
And everyone says, Clint Howard, he's ugly, this and that. He's not, and it's like, well, Ron Howard, he was never like a Adonis, was he?
Well, no, he looked like an average kid. I think that was his appeal.
Yeah.
But I did something, an experiment. I just want to see if it was true. And oh my God, it does sound like Stevie Nicks. It's incredible.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna get shut down if you play anymore.
Well, I don't
we
know
were
if
talking
the Al
about
Gore's and his rhythm would be able to figure that out.
we were talking about putting this on Rumble.
Yeah.
It's still an option. We just got to figure out how to do it because I don't think they have joint accounts like YouTube does.
Oh.
Yeah, there'd have to be one owner of it, and then.
Yeah, and I want to figure out how to get our Brilliant Garbage back or start a new one. Got to do something.
Yeah.
It was a year ago that we discovered we couldn't get back on. So that's a whole year we could have been doing stuff.
That's because you lost because you don't have the phone anymore.
Don't have the phone anymore. I got the password. I've got the username. It should be all I need.
Have you tried it again? Have you tried logging in again? And then did it tell you? The problem is it won't tell you what the phone number is, or does it?
It tells me like the last couple numbers of the phone number. I don't that's like from my marriage era.
I know.
So I don't know about that shit. And it's like there's nobody you can call. I asked if one of you guys could please at least try to point me in a direction of who to talk to, and I'll do the rest. I'll do the dirty work. Just tell me, help research where to do it.
Go to Pure Talk or somebody and ask if you can pick your own phone number if it's not already taken. And then just get a burner phone and get your old phone number back.
That is actually one of the smartest things any of us on the show has said in the history of the show.
I don't know if it's doable, though. Maybe that's not.
Yeah,
I never even do that.
Because everybody changes numbers. I mean, I've had the same number for like 11, 12 years now, and that's unusual in this day and age.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I will look.
I've had
see
the
it.
same number for like 20 years.
Yeah,
I'm
me
trying to
too.
log in and find the number, and all I could think is look at old documents like divorce papers or something. I don't know.
No, just give me the parts of the number you have, and I'll search my Gmail. It goes back 20 something years.
Okay,
So I'm sure you might have sent me your phone number at some point.
sounds good. Thanks. I'll.
You were talking. No, sorry. You were talking a minute ago something about military banging heads together. What was that? Japanese.
Mo Howard.
Oh, Mo
Yeah,
Howard.
he got the Medal of Honor. He was
Oh.
in the war in Japan, and well, not Japan, but one of them little islands. And he
Oh,
comes
this
out
is-
of a cave or a tree or something, and he's right between two Japanese soldiers. So he grabs their two heads and bangs them together.
Oh wow, that kind of. Yeah, kind of. Speaking of a brilliant garbage, that kind of reminds me of a brilliant garbage.
Tonight, a very special episode of Gomer Pyle.
Shh! Oh, sorry, Sergeant Carter. I can't believe we're getting attacked by aliens.
For the last time, Bile, they are not aliens. They are the enemy.
What are we gonna do?
Shh! There's one now. In order to win, we must keep the element of surprise.
Surprise, surprise, surprise!
I miss Neb. He did. He did some good voice. He did a great Sergeant Carter there.
Oh, hell yeah.
Anybody could do Pyle. I mean, I did Pyle.
I can do a pile.
Yeah.
Only one of two shows that I've ever heard my last name in. So
Ah,
What?
They had a Gottschalk and Gomer Pyle.
Did they?
yes,
I think I did hear another Gottschalk. I think I heard that not long ago.
Was it just like a one episode thing, or was there a character name
it
then?
was just a one episode thing, but it was a character in that episode.
Yeah, because Sergeant Carter was yelling at him, I think.
Yeah.
Gottschalk.
I
Oh
should find a
boy!
clip of
If
that.
you can find a clip of that, you got to put
nobody-
that on your board.
Yeah, well, you know how many episodes I have to go through?
That's what Google's for.
no, that's
Well,
what
Google's kinda becoming
IMDb. That's
useless.
what IMDb is for.
Oh yeah, IMDb. Go. You've got a pro account there, Steve.
I used
You
to.
need it.
I've got a pro account, but I don't even know
The
why.
only other
TT
the other movie I heard.
SCHALK, is that right?
Yes. The only other movie I've heard my last name on. Do you guys remember that Robert Redford movie, The Horse Whisperer?
No.
Yeah, he was really worse.
Yeah.
Oh, is that where the
Anyways.
horse was hit by the semi truck with the little girl on it?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember.
Her mom is on the phone in Montana with some guy named Gottschalk, and she says his name several times.
I've never seen the movie, but I like the crash scene where they hit the horse. I watch that once in a while. It's pretty cool.
That was Scarlett Johansson was the little girl.
They didn't make it clear that she was on the horse when I assumed she'd fallen off the horse.
Did she give the horse a name or not?
Wildfire.
I thought it was Hamburger.
And Michael Martin Murphy sung a song about it.
Yeah.
I hate
Tim-
that
And Tim
chopsticks.
just loves the piano beginning.
I can't stand it. You know, when Darren and I used to skate to that song, they didn't have that shit on there.
Yeah, I don't know when they started playing that. It must have been the album version. But you're right, it has nothing to do with the song. The song does not need that.
When you heard it in the 70s, Steve, you never heard that piano on it, did you?
No. No.
Yeah. It just like came around later.
Maybe it's a Mandela effect.
Yeah, I get, but at least, but there's still that single version.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
as I
have
say,
the-
the original version still exists, so it can't be the Mandela effect.
Yeah.
I still
I
have
don't believe in
the.
that thing anyway.
So whenever I play that song, I always make sure it's the without the pianos.
Without the chopsticks.
What's funny is
Hate
you
that.
guys remember that song. I don't remember ever hearing it before, hanging around with you guys.
I mean, to us, or at least to me, it was just a standard. It was just like Horse with No Name or Billy Don't Be a Billy Jack. All that stuff.
Oh,
But
I
see
hate
something you got,
me,
Tony.
I hate you.
But see something you got in L.A., Tony, and we've talked about this before. But you got Jillian Barberie, so
What?
What is that? A chili place?
Yeah.
no Jillian Barberie. Oh.
Well, yeah, she has shrimp. He has shrimp on the Barbary.
Yeah.
No, IMDb
She was-
used to let you look up character names, and now they don't no more.
Yeah, I was trying to. I couldn't find it either. So
How
I didn't
screwed up
remember.
is that?
It was an episode I was watching not too long ago, just a couple of weeks ago, and I gotta remember which one it was. I remember
It was
there's
the episode. I can tell you the episode it was, and I don't know the episode name, but it's
Mhm.
when they were going out and doing patrols for like some celebration out in the city or something like
yeah,
that.
that's what I was watching. That was the episode.
You know what? If I was a midget, I would like to do like a porn video with this really tall, blonde, hot woman, and
Oh,
call
boy.
it Shrimp on the Barbie.
I read about the world's shortest woman who's like 2 foot even, and the world's tallest man who was like 8 foot 12, 8 foot 13, something like that.
Hmm.
And apparently they never dated.
Yeah, they did. It was on Moonraker.
Was it?
What'd you do? Lick his ankles?
Wikipedia to the rescue. I know you hate Wikipedia. Private Larry Gottschalk, portrayed by Larry Hovis, from who played Sergeant Carter on Hogan's Heroes.
Okay, what episode? That's what the key is.
Season 1. He, I think it was more than one episode. 64 to 65.
Season 1.
I haven't gone to Wikipedia in probably 15 years.
Oh, I go there all the time, but I don't look up anything remotely political. It's always aviation.
Oh, I just don't look up anything there. I just think
Well, it's aviation or
Lick my
cars.
tape.
They're okay with us.
What's good? What's good? What's good about Wikipedia? And I didn't quote them or use them in college, but what they did is gave you a direction to go in most of the time.
Right.
Well, for one, they're satanic and ultra left. That's one strike. The other is Steve and I both tried to submit apology none to them, and they deleted it. So fuck them.
Yeah.
Just fuck
So-
them
so-
all to hell. I don't have anything. to
Timmy,
do with
what
it.
isn't satanic in this day and age?
Well, did you hear the second half of my story?
Which was that? There's been many stories.
That Steve has
yeah.
tried like a couple times to submit apology none to their like cartoon band page, and they delete it because we're not big enough for them. So fuck them. I will never go there. I mean, the satanic part would be enough to. I mean, kind of YouTube is too, but at least they let me on there. I mean, the apology none. I mean, if YouTube didn't let apology none on there, then I'd have nothing to do with YouTube either.
Like YouTube.
Huh? You like it?
Or as Timmy calls them, screw
don't.
tube.
Screw tube or them tube. How
I
come
like
Trump is?
my dog. Go ahead.
Go away.
Hey, Wendy.
Hi, Wendy.
Hi, Wendy Lou. We were going over kind of costume ideas and stuff.
Ooh, the beard doesn't quite stay on my face when I move around fast.
I don't like the
Hey,
beard.
Outrun it, yeah.
Yeah, mine kind
Be funny if Darren's beard doesn't.
I find out Darren's been putting on the whole time with the. Do they have the same thing for like pubic hair if you don't have pubic hair?
Oh, let's find out. I'll
Yeah.
take a look here.
I've got that filter on right now.
Take it in that direction.
What episode did you say that was?
He didn't have an episode because he just
Yeah,
saw it on
I'm looking at
Wikipedia.
it now, but all it said is he was semi-regular on the first season.
What about Wikipedia? Do you hate that?
I don't even.
No, I've never heard of it, so I guess not.
Star Wars Wiki.
Is it real?
Yeah.
Did you make that up? Really? There is a Wikipedia? Funny.
Yeah, it's Wikipedia.
I like the look, Mark.
There we go.
It's a little better, Mark. At least it
Yeah, now you look like, oh, who the hell is that?
don't they have a full beard?
That is.
No, they don't. They got this. They got this.
Oh, that's not good. What's the
Oh.
one? But the one before that looked good.
That's kind of a putt.
There you go. So that one looks a little better. I like that one. Ah!
Saddam Hussein.
I love that one. There you go. Does it just have a mustache?
I was doing that last week. Nobody
There
laughed
you
at me.
go.
We didn't
That's a
notice
good putt. There you go. That's a good one. I'll have to
So it
try
looks
that
like-
filter when I do the webcam.
Yeah.
We didn't say anything bad to you, Steve. We laughed. He called you a turd. Remember?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, he's in that, season 1, episode 2, and I don't know if
Write
he
it
yells
down,
his name
Steve.
or not. And let me take a look here.
Season 1, episode 2. Write it down.
All right. Season 1, episode 2.
Because that would, especially if Sergeant Carter yells at him, I doubt that will happen. But
Guest in the barracks.
Go get some ice.
I need to do a refill too. I'll be right back.
That literally wasn't there a half hour ago.
Everybody leave.
Gator, it's hard to. My stupid face is in the way, but that gator has a nicely defined tail.
Yeah. I think I've asked this question before, but if a lizard's tail comes off and it grows back, does it grow back just as good, or is it like a shitty version of a tail?
I think it doesn't grow back identical, but I had heard that it was a defense mechanism so they could get away, but then it kills them. I'm like, well, that's a shitty defense mechanism.
What didn't kill him? Why would it grow back if it killed him?
Well, no, I found out it didn't kill him, but when they told me it killed him, I was like, that doesn't make any kind of sense at all.
You might as well just kill him.
Unless they can go breed before they die, and then it would make more sense.
Well, that's what bees. Well, no, bees, wasps or whatever, they sting you, and the stinger thing sticks
Don't ever
in your
have a
skin.
5-year-old.
Huh?
Said, don't ever have a 5-year-old.
Get this 5-year-old some bees to play with.
Yeah, there you go.
I think Steve's more afraid of bees than the kid is.
I'm afraid of dried up worms.
That's what happened to Martin Luther. I don't mean Martin Luther King. I mean Martin Luther. They had made him eat a diet of worms.
Did they? That would kind of suck.
I just look up diet of worms.
It's a good band name.
See it. Be too, well, because people who are into history would get it, and everybody else would go, huh?
I would have gone, huh? Unless you had
Yeah.
explained it, because I didn't know that. Oh, we don't have any Star Trek. Well, we do have one Star Trek people here. If the Klingons had a religious revolution, would we end up with Martin Luther King, Kang, or Martin Luther Kodos?
I think that's somebody's screen name in one of the less politically correct chats that I've been in. Martin Luther. Kang. We
not
was
a bad one.
kings.
Star Trek jokes, and Steve's not even paying attention.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah. But yeah, Larry Hovis as Gottschalk was in season 1 of, he did 11 episodes of Gomer.
Did he really?
Yep.
I saw the name Gottschalk somewhere recently. Not on the chat.
right here.
Not on here.
Oh.
Somewhere else, but I don't remember where it was. George was marrying a Ross on Seinfeld that he killed.
Ah. Yeah, so Larry Hovis played Gottschalk in 11 episodes in the first season of Gomer Pyle. But I don't know if... We don't want to try episode 17, Sergeant Carter's Farewell to His Troops, because I think he was yelling at everybody in that one.
I had to go to the bathroom and I missed a lot of that conversation. And I thought you were saying that Jimmy Carter was in Hogan's Heroes for a while.
Maybe he was. So did you get that, Steve?
What, the episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, episode 17.
So my colonoscopy last week,
All right.
it was awesome. I had no polyps or anything. It was perfect. In fact, it was so good that he stuck a gold star sticker up my rectum.
Damn near killed him.
Yep.
What in the stinking?
You stuck a I voted sticker of mine, and I didn't even get a colonoscopy.
We can, what are you effing doing? What are you?
Are we about to go off the air?
No, it's just it's odd. Okay, I was looking at the YouTube, the dashboard page, and it just showed me, and I thought that's not right. Yeah, no, it's fine. We got 3 concurrent viewers. We have 9 views so far, and everything seems to be hunky and or dory.
We're doing good. I'm doing good, Wendy. Thanks for asking.
So that's it. Larry Hovis as Gottschalk. But no, the funny part was that he left. He was a regular on Gomer Pyle, and he left Gomer Pyle to do Hogan's Heroes. And on Hogan's Heroes, of course, he played Sergeant Carter. Although he was Lieutenant Carter in the pilot, and then he got demoted in prison. I don't know how that works.
And Colonel, what's his name,
Well, the problem with Hogan's Heroes was, number one, they wouldn't have officers and enlisted in the same barrack. And they sure as hell wouldn't have had the black guy in the same barracks as the rest of them.
Before World War One, they might have. It was Wilson that segregated stuff, government-wise. The military and the federal government.
Well, we're saying the German prisoner war camps wouldn't have.
Well, I think the Germans wouldn't have liked it, and neither would the prisoners have liked it.
Schultz. Was that the only show he was on? The guy played Schultz.
Well, yeah, they hanged him for war crimes after the war.
String
We
cheese.
got boring this show. Give us one of your books, Gottschalk.
Well, you talk about my backgrounds.
Oh,
Well, we did that last week
Oh,
with the ho-hos and ding-dongs.
Well, we didn't talk about ho-hos, but and ding-dongs,
can we please
What
call
what ho-hos do with ding-dongs, and what Susie Q's ho-ho. That she had to be there.
the other problem with AI is, you see a picture like this.
Okay.
Timmy would. Oh, did Timmy take off? Never fucking.
I'm here. What?
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like a Canadian Dodge.
Yeah. Because I looked at that and I'm thinking, is this some AI slop or what? And I look at
No, they
Timmy's
use
right.
Plymouth
It's a
bodies for their
Canadian.
Dodges.
Yeah, it's a Canadian Dodge with a Plymouth body shell on a Dodge. But now with AI, you got a question every time you see a picture.
Yeah, no.
What the
I gotta say, I like that one better because I always thought the tail fins on that year Dodge were kind of gaudy. The Plymouth
And
just
then
have
when you
nice
watch-
clean fins.
And then when you're watching a video on helicopters and it goes, the My 24, and I was like, oh, God.
Of course, you never know if that's AI or a kid who just doesn't know better, or somebody from another country who pretends to sound puts on an American accent but doesn't quite get it right.
Mm-hmm.
Like Steve played a song on his show, and it was a YouTube's Got Absolutely No Talent, and it was a dude singing a country song, and he almost got it right, but you could tell he was from the Philippines because they can't pronounce the short I sound. They can't say like eat. It's it. You know, they can't get that sound right. And it's the guy had like a country accent and everything else, but it was just a certain pronunciation of just certain sounds that only are in American English.
So
And
that
I would just call it an MI-24 or MI whatever. I guess some people do pronounce it. Like the guy, my favorite aviation channel is, what's his name? And he talks about the Kawasaki fighter planes of World War II. And he says, you know, because that's KI, you know, whatever. And he says it's key. And he explains that, no, that's how you're supposed to say it. It's okay.
So that head that I printed, the gator head, it's fucked up. I didn't realize that it wasn't aligned totally to the build plate. It was part of it was sunken below the build plate. So looks like I'm gonna have to reprint it, or buy some resin and try to fix it that way. But I'll probably
How cheap or how expensive is that resin to do that?
About $15-16 a spool, and I could probably do the head and the jaw on one spool if I don't fuck it up like I just fucked it up. If I print it again, which I probably will, I think I'm going to try to do. I bought a spool of Christmas type green, so it's actually very like mirror metallic green, like a Christmas ball or Christmas stencil. So, but I don't know if paint's going to stick to that as well, or if it might clog the printer thing. I kind of probably should just get white again, but that pisses me off. Always something.
Let's talk about obscure movies that were fun to watch. Remember Bronco Billy? That was fun to watch.
Never
There's
saw
one
it.
called Remember that one?
Was that the name of it?
Yep.
Who was the redneck one?
I have no idea.
The no,
Well, when he was talking, maybe you guys mentioned this before. When he was talking
Dale
about
versus
Project
Evil?
Hail Mary.
yeah, Tucker and Dale versus Evil was good.
Have you guys seen that?
No.
That was Darren showed it to me last year. It was really, really good.
He didn't show you that, damn.
It was a horror movie, like a typical like slasher movie kind of thing, but it was funny. It was actually very well done. I was surprised. Normally, I don't like that kind of blood and gore stuff, but it was really well done.
Yeah, I've heard that is a good movie there, Wendy. I might have to go see it. My friend saw it this past weekend.
I don't even know what it is.
Project Hail Mary.
Oh,
Is it
Wendy,
a
she watched.
sequel to the
Oh, did Wendy watch it?
Yeah,
Yep.
She like it?
yeah, she was good.
There's a sequel to that Mel Gibson movie, what was it called? The Savior? Or...
Passion of the
The Passion of the Christ.
Passion of the Christ. Yeah.
Aliens.
See, a sequel would have been Hail Mary.
No, there is a sequel. It's called The Resurrection of the Christ.
Ah,
Should be released soon. Hopefully, it's not as
the third
depressing
one
as the
then.
first one.
yeah.
Don't give me no spoilers. I haven't seen
I'm
it.
really sad that they didn't do the. I'm really sorry that they didn't do the third movie of the Gettysburg, the Gods and Generals, and they're supposed to do the third movie, and they didn't do it. Based on the books by.
Because he played like a general. Did Ted Turner? He just passed away. Rest his soul.
He was in that circle of generals that were singing and stuff.
Being generals, yeah.
He's the guy that owns
Because that's what you
CBS,
do when you're
right?
a general.
He did on
Yep,
CBS.
and CNN.
So, did you find your book, Gotcha?
Got them all sitting right here.
Give us something.
Yeah, let me go to this one this time.
Wendy's hoping that if you get Project Hail Mary somehow, Darren, or find it on streaming, that we'll do another watch party for it. She said she'd watch it.
It's on Amazon now, but you have to pay for it. And the thinking is that by June, sometime in June, it'll be streaming free.
Okay. Well, we'll look forward to that then.
So a month from now, maybe.
Okay,
I
so
watched that guy. Just a second. That Bob Jordan, who made that movie we watched for the first watch party, The Color of Everything. He had another movie that he gave me a link for, and I watched it. And it was The Eternal Footman. It was about the Grim Reaper. And it was the same lead actor that was in the last one, but he was a Grim Reaper this time. And it was basically just him visiting people who floofied and his encounter with them.
Do you like it?
Overall, it was pretty entertaining. There was one part that I rolled my eyes, but other than that, it was pretty good. There was
so
like
according to Brit. Oh, sorry. Keep going.
there was one guy that floofied, and he was with his dog or whatever, and he was just like, "Oh, there's so much I wanted to do, and this and that," and the Grim Reapers is, well, it's time to go, and he's like, "Well, my dog, can't he go with me?" And he's like, "No, he can't. He was a good boy." He's not going with you. I just thought that part was funny. The only thing I didn't like was heard this talking about that the smartest man ever in existence. He was talking about Einstein and this. And he's like, no, neither one of them were. And then well, who was it? He was a Southern slave, and then I'm just like, oh brother. And then they showed I just forwarded it. It was like 15 minutes of a back view of the Reaper guy and this slave guy, and he's like, just like, give me I got it. Yeah. It must have been like 2021 where they felt that they had to do that. I don't know. Other than that, it was pretty good. There was one woman who had floofied in a field, and he basically, she asked how she died, and he said that she was drunk and choked on her vomit. She thought that was the coolest thing in the world.
That's outrageous.
Yeah, and like she's like in the same league as John Bonham and stuff. And then he told her when she floofied, it was like right before midnight. She's like, "What?" And she kept telling him, "Are you sure? Can you prove it? That was right before midnight." And he's like, "Yes, I know everything, this and that." And then she was just ecstatic because that meant she was died right before her birthday, and that she was part of the 27 Club. So it was even better for her, It seemed like all the women were about how they looked, or about if it was cool, if they were cool, and all the men were basically, I didn't accomplish what I wanted to, this and that and the other. There was so much I wanted to do still.
So it's kind of realistic.
Yeah, that was kind of my takeaway of it, It was overall pretty good. I think the first one was better that we saw. Anyway, go ahead, Gotcha.
We're telling stories. They're good.
No, that's about all I had of it.
Damn.
According to British law, attempting to commit suicide is a capital offense. Offenders could be hanged for trying.
True.
True.
No, this is just statements. This is a different book.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, I didn't know you were reading from a book.
Well, at least say true or false, even if you know it's true. That way, at least give us something to say.
No, it's better if we just say yes, and then Mark just, well, no, this isn't a true or false. Then we're
Yeah.
not going
Okay.
to-
Okay. Well, yeah. Give us another one then.
This is a book. This book is called "Book of Useless Information." Thousands of things you didn't think you needed to know and probably still don't.
That's kind of funny.
True.
Well, give us another.
Let's see here.
You know, before you say that, remember Mr. Bentley on the Jeffersons? He would always have these stories. Oh, my uncle, he once tried to start a laundromat as well. Oh yeah, what happened? They hanged him. It always ended up with they hanged him at the end of his stories.
Well, they used to
It
do
is kind of
stuff on
funny.
Magnum PI because Higgins would start telling a story and Magnum would cut him off. I wanted to hear the story.
Yeah, Magnum was a perv.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
In a tradition dating back to the beginning of the Westminster system of government, the bench in the middle of a Westminster Parliament is 2.5 sword lengths long. This is so the government and opposition couldn't have a go at each other if it got a bit heated.
False.
That makes
False.
sense.
Beats me.
This isn't true or false. This is just.
I was getting ready. The thing that gets me about it, it kind of reminds me of videos that always say, "Oh, 15 things you didn't know about such and such." And then,
Oh, I hate that. Don't
like-
assume what I do. Don't tell me what I
That's
do
what I
or
mean.
not. Yeah,
then I watch it, and then they say, "Oh, wait, I knew that."
yeah.
Or you read the one about the octopus and how smart they are, and it's like they have 1 billion neurons in their brain. And then you read another one a week later, and they have 100 billion neurons in their brain.
So what I'll do is I'll
I
just start
didn't even think they had brains at
referencing.
all.
Just a second, guys.
They are smart.
But yeah, as what Steve was saying, it's like if a YouTube video says something that I didn't know, then I ain't gonna watch your video. If it says 20 things you might not have known, then I might watch your video. You know, don't tell me. That's insulting when they say that shit. And it's usually kind of a pre-ringer that it's
Or
going to
what
be
I
just
hate is
something
they'll have a
stupid.
picture of like a chick leaning against like a Camaro from the early 70s. And it was like, oh, your grandmother was really cool. My grandmother was born in 1873. She didn't have a fucking Camaro.
Yeah, and I think those are all AI anyway. I don't think there are cool pictures from the 70s like that, to be honest.
I want to
think
see
they're all-
that video in the. I want to see that video in the background of the dancing grandmas.
Look at my floppy boobs.
How about that famous black and white photo of the nuns on the bumper cars? I've always liked that picture.
Were they topless?
No, they're just nuns on bumper cars.
Topless nun.
My
Just thought it
favorite
was
though
funny.
of those old pictures is this big old Ferris wheel, giant Ferris wheel, and it's all full of KKK members. They all got their pointy hats on. The whole Ferris wheel full of guys. It's the funniest.
Was that a World's Fair Ferris wheel or?
It wasn't
Yeah,
a
they
big
probably-
one. It was a big one.
I wonder
Wasn't
if
it
they
like
booked it, booked the amusement park for a catering event or something.
Yeah. And wasn't that the name of a
Democratic convention?
wasn't that the name of a cereal special KKK?
You know, Special K used to be like their whole thing was that it was good for you, and then it's like that's the most Special K now is almost like candy. They've got like these little boxes full of chocolate goo and strawberry goo, and it's like it's good, but it makes kids cereal seem like Kix or Wheaties now. I mean, Special K
I'll
is
tell
like
you what, three of my favorite cereals, and they may have been a little bit older in life, but I don't know. I love Frosted Shredded Wheats. Don't know, just love them.
Yeah.
Special K, the original Special K, and you add your own sugar to it and shit.
Never tried
And then,
that.
Shit to it.
yeah, well, and then Raisin Bran. Love Raisin
I was
Bran.
gonna say I love Raisin Bran. Throw some sugar on it. Oh man, that's great.
well, I eat all my cereal dry. Go ahead.
I like the Frosted Mini Wheats, Captain Crunch,
Mhm.
and what's the other? Oh, I like Grape Nuts.
You do?
I like grape nuts. But tell me this, Darren, about Captain Crunch, because I know that our heads were smaller when we were 10, but I bought Captain Crunch, for nostalgia's sake, like a year or two ago.
Mm-hmm.
And those, you remember the pillow shape, the brown ones that kind of cut your mouth? They didn't cut your mouth, but they were like sandpaper. They're like the size of a pea. And I could have sworn they used to be bigger. And I know our heads are smaller, so things were perspective, but they weren't that small.
I
It's
seem
like
to always
honeycomb.
remember them. I seem to remember them always that size.
Yeah, I don't remember them. I don't remember them being any different.
Honeycombs, they used to advertise that they were huge. Honeycomb, big, big, big. But if you buy honeycombs, they're tiny. And I bought a bag at the Amish store of big honeycombs, and they're big. I mean, they're, but they were like a novelty. But I'm thinking that they were all that size.
Yeah, they advertise it. Honeycomb's big. Yeah.
But they're not big anymore. They're not much bigger than a Fruit Loop, really.
Man, I don't remember Big Macs being the same size as a Krystal's hamburger, except double.
Yeah, and but it seems like I can understand the shrinkflation with stuff like that, but if you're shrinking cereal, it doesn't seem like you're gonna. It seems like they're gonna pay more for smaller cereal if the box is the same because it's about density. So honeycombs are mostly air anyway, so it seems like a big honeycomb would be just as cheap. Well, you have to play the whole thing for it to make sense.
It's kind of the same thing with damn chips now. You buy a big ass, family-sized bag of chips. You open up the bag and it's only like 1/3 full. It's like, Jesus.
Yeah, I bought some ant bait, which is expensive.
Ant bait?
The kind that you pour around the fire ant mounds and you don't have to water it. It just kills it. But it's like this big gallon jug, and I'm not BSing. I opened it up a couple days ago. It was half full. Literally half full.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, why did you need this shelf space then? If it's only half full, then make it half that jug size.
Yeah, they don't fill these up very full.
Let's see what's going on in the honeycomb hideout.
It took you a while to get that one.
I know. When I get that, like 10 years later.
Yeah, you played it on the show, and then you couldn't stop laughing because you finally got the joke.
I thought that was the Fruity Pebbles one that I finally got.
No, that was recently that you finally got that one.
Okay,
it was on this show.
The sad thing with Fruity Pebbles is those things got soggy within like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's where I was going to go. I've never had milk with my cereal, so I've never had to deal with it being soggy.
Yeah. It was so funny that it took me 10 years to get this.
Barney, you're eating my pebbles? And Hoppy, too?
No, we're not, Fred. We're just having a bowl of cereal.
And I didn't get it. And I was even in the damn parody, and I'm like...
Oh, Darren, he knows I can do the Hoppy, but you two you and Neb really deserve kudos for those voices. That was really good.
No, we're not, Fred.
I always knew you could do Barney, but Neb always impresses me with those kind of...
Oh, yeah.
How you can just pull that stuff out.
Yeah.
Damn it.
What?
I just realized that Todd got me sick.
Todd got you sick?
The back of my throat. I'm like, oh, she gave me a cold.
Oh, great. From Colorado?
Yeah, well, from the airplane or probably.
I hate that. That's like the only times I would ever get sick was when I'd go to Colorado. It was just like clockwork. I'd always get sick.
Tell us about Colorado satanic.
Well, the Spain thing, I got sick, I think, because somebody probably made a connection from Colorado to the D.C. airport, and when we were on the plane for 5 hours before we took off, I probably got sick from them.
Hi, dog.
Yeah, he is just so fidgety today. Oh, you got you little bastard.
Think about wearing. Have you guys seen that T-shirt now? I'm thinking about wearing it to work. It says this meeting could have been a fist fight.
So if Darren held his dog and you did yours, Steve, would they growl at each other?
What's the matter?
It looked like you were pulling his paws.
I'm gonna have to come over to Steve's house and pick up his dog.
No, his claws are stuck on my cord. And he's getting mad about it. He's getting
Right,
mad
Steve?
about it. What's that?
Someone have to come over to your house and pick up your dog.
Oh yeah, he'll bite your ass.
So yeah, the old band came and we made a lot of noise, and I showed them the new video and they liked that, and they I played them one song off the new album and they dug it, and we got in the band room and made a bunch of noise, and then we went and met Darren and Kiana for lunch at a Mexican restaurant.
I was gonna say Salt Life.
No, that'll be next time, I think. I just told I totally forgot about Salt Life, so but I told them about that. It was good though. We had fun. John Darren, he didn't realize that you were into Dungeons and Dragons. He said that could have been a whole conversation because he could have talked to you about that.
Oh, was he into it?
But he's kind of into everything. He's kind of a Renaissance man. You wouldn't think it by looking at him, but yeah.
I felt bad running out on him, but I needed to get home. I was worried about the dogs because that was like the day we got them.
Yeah, I understand.
One day, Darren, you're gonna have to make it down here. We're gonna break out the Return to Dark Tower, and you're gonna enjoy.
So that's a video game.
No, it's a board game.
Okay, because I was going to say, I kind of vaguely remember that. My video game's really coming along.
Hey guys, Steve
good.
right there.
Cool. As long as it's not two board games of Risk at the same time, like Darren made us do that all night.
Yeah, Darren made us do that.
He sure did.
Yeah, I made you have fun.
All I remember is that it was 4 a.m. and the game was still going, and I'm like, I'm going home, and Gottschalk yelled at me and said, "You're not going anywhere this late."
You know, the rest of us are gonna suffer through this. You're gonna go through it. That's when we came and stayed that weekend at your house, Darren. You know, in your trailer that you had.
No, that was before the trailer. That was Burpee.
Was it?
Was it?
Yeah, well, when you yelled at me, that was at Burpee. You might have gone later to the trailer, but
That wouldn't have been a bad trailer if it weren't for having kids there.
Now you're just talking shit.
And wives. If it was just me living there, it would have been all right.
oh my
Would've
gosh,
been a
could
good
you
time,
imagine Raiders of the Lost Ark if it was? Why did it have to be babies? A bunch of babies crying.
Babies.
Yeah.
Because they were trying to find things that were gross for each movie that he'd have to stumble through. It was like snakes once, and then it was bugs, and it was rats on the third one. So imagine the fourth, it was babies.
Penguins.
What I remember,
Penguins.
what I remember on that trip is we played the Risk, we watched Trimmers. Darren was showing me how to do C++, and I was sitting there going, okay.
Oh, I was trying to learn it.
Or trying to learn it. You had a big book, I remember, Basic C++ or something, or
Is that the one where you like had an orgy in the middle of the night, and then Darren's wife came out in the morning and said it smelled like someone had sex in here?
I think
we
you're
don't talk
dreaming
about
it.
that. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay, sorry. Oh, that's right. We weren't supposed to talk about that anymore.
No, I think you dreamed it.
Well, my wife was there too, and then my 2 kids, and Darren's 2 kids, and
Well, he had this. There was this guy that used to hang out with, and this. He didn't live there, but he was. We called him the Blop. This big red-headed kind of fat guy that would just like blop onto the floor, and you just see this big like blop on the floor. So, you remember that guy?
Nah.
it's Darren's house, and he don't even remember it.
I guess it's a curse that I remember everything.
Or you remember You remember a lot of dreams.
No, it's real because we have a band picture. We like when we started our first band together. He was in the band picture. He was never, I don't think, really a. He was a part. He was the phase of the band that lasted a week.
You guys
That
even
was
talked
when
to
Brian was
that
in
other
our
guy.
band, our roommate. You remember Brian? He kind of looked like Rob from the Apology Not a little bit. The glasses.
Who are you talking to?
Gus Shot. Well, I know you remember. I don't know if you remember Brian there because you don't seem to remember anything.
Yeah, I remember Brian.
Yeah. I think the Blop might have been more of a friend of Brian's, but he was always just kind of there.
You guys even talk to Jack Porter and that other guy that hung out with him?
What other guy?
We think Jack's gone or dead or something.
I don't know.
We would both like to see Jack.
Of course, I think about him sometimes. I had a dream where I once in a while where I'll see him again and have our reunion. I want to see him again. I want to think that he's okay. I just, but he's not the kind of guy who would have social media anyway. So who knows?
Where was the last place he lived at, as far as you know?
Colorado. He moved back about the time I got married in 2002. This is how we found out Jack Wheeler floofied, is when Gus Chuck started doing his research. So I hope we had better. I'd really feel bad. I mean, with Jack Wheeler floofing, it wasn't a big surprise because he would have been pushing 90, but you know.
Yeah, there's a shitload of Jack Porters, though. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Do like DUI records.
Did he have a middle name?
Oh, I don't remember. They call him Junior. That's all I remember.
I forgot about that.
What's that?
They call him Junior. I was introduced to him as Junior. That's before I even knew he was Jack. He was Junior. He had a brother named Sean, I think. Little brother. We got in a fight once in front of Travis's house.
Did he have a middle initial like J or B or?
I don't remember his middle name.
I don't remember him having a middle name.
Because there's a lot of them.
He did live in Jacksonville for several years. He was married.
I'm looking at that too, and I'm not finding it.
He was married to Kara, who was married to Travis and married to Mitch. Oh well. Well, hopefully he's doing okay.
Well, we'll know soon enough.
He's an alcoholic, though. Even worse than Putt. So, I don't know. I think part of Putt's problem wasn't just the alcohol. It was all the drugs they had him on all the time. I can't imagine that stuff was good on your liver and kidneys, all that stuff.
Right. Let's talk about something depressing.
Yeah. Boy,
We do that. We do this on the shows from time to time. We get really depressing, and you know.
We need a drugged up Allie to laugh and bring us out of this glum.
Yeah, she had to work overtime. Well, they offered her overtime. And she had to take it because you need it.
I almost feel like doing a Steve Winwood. Please, Mr. Fantasy Player.
Hi, Steve. We see you.
Play something to make us all happy.
Oh, good. Here's what you
this is
need,
going nowhere.
Timmy. Here's what you need: the Temu mini excavator.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
How many is it?
it's so many that you need 3 of them to clean out a cat pot now.
Oh my gosh,
I
that
don't-
is
I don't-
tiny.
I don't know if it was behind you, Tony, or where I saw it, but I saw like a playground toy that was like a little backhoe and you had 2 levers on it and you just sit on it in the sandbox, whatever. I'm like, I would have had so much fun on that.
I did. We had them in Northland in Webster Park.
Really?
Yeah, I loved those things when I first moved there. I mean, I was 10, which is borderline getting too old for it, but I love those little.
I was thinking I'd play on it right now.
Yeah, I used to play on them. They had a couple of them in that playground there. Little.
All right, guys, here we go.
Okay.
I found a Jack J. Porter Jr., age 58. Would that be correct?
Yeah, you're looking at the right age.
Yeah, lived in Inglewood, Colorado, Olney Springs, Colorado, Jacksonville, Florida, and Thornton, Colorado.
Please say he's alive.
Related to Jerry Porter, Shane Porter, and Carrie Ellie.
That's Carrie Ellie was his wife, ex-wife, Eli.
And then
Ely.
Shane Porter, not Sean.
Okay.
And then Jerry Porter.
Jerry's his older brother.
He currently resides in Denver, Colorado.
Oh. Let's look him up. Can we find him?
Yeah, I gotta pay for this service, but they would give me his telephone numbers and.
Oh yeah, those search things. Yeah, they do that.
At least we got a lead.
Hmm.
He lives on 90th Avenue in Denver, Colorado.
So all you watching, just go there right now.
Sounds like he's alive, so that's good.
Yeah, look for a car with a bunch of dents on it from DUI accidents.
I'm surprised he's never reached out to you guys. You know, what's up with that?
I know, we were good friends, and then he moved to Colorado, and then I got married, and he talked to me on the phone, and he said he misses me and misses Jacksonville, and he was driving at the time, and he said, well, I'm about to go into the tunnel, I'm going to lose signal. And then he let me go, and that's the last time I talked to him.
His middle initial's J.
So I was thinking, yeah,
Maybe it's for Junior.
that's what I was thinking. Junior.
No, Junior's a whole different thing on there. It says Jack J. Porter Jr.
Well, the Jack that you said is the one, because Kara Ely was his was his wife. I mean, that was a mutual friend of Darren and I.
Oh, is that her current name
Yes,
or her maiden name?
her current name. She's married to Mitch Ely. They lasted a long time. She became like very Christian because of him. And they've been, gosh, I went to their wedding in like 2000 or something, or 99. Like, that's how long they've been together. They live in like the Boot Heel.
You just need to look up your friend. I had to look you guys up, and here I am, you know?
Yeah, Darren, Kara and Mitch, they live in Missouri.
You want to say goodnight to me?
Cool.
Do you sleep in your room?
And they
Yeah,
visited,
yelled at darn.
they visited me and Gracie in Alabama once or twice. Of course, Gracie was jealous. I was like, sheesh.
Oh, man.
He taught me how to clean my gun, take good care of my gun.
Is that what you're calling it?
All I remember one time was riding in Jack Porter's Hugo. Didn't he have a Hugo?
Sure did, white one.
And the frickin' heater didn't work, and we had to go. We left Darren's apartment to go grab something at the store, and there was no heater, and it was like wintertime, and it was like 10 degrees outside. And
That thing was such a piece of. He bought that thing. He like owed. This is 1986 money. He owed, and Travis, Darren's other friend, bought the same time that he bought a. What was the first ever Hyundai that came out? Excel. He bought that thing.
It was the Hyundai GLS because I bought one too.
No, it was an Excel. It sounds from it, but
okay.
But he bought that thing, and he owed like $15,000 after interest in 1986 money. And Porter bought that Yugo at the same time, and he owed $10,000 after interest.
But they were only, the Yugo was only $2,000, $3,000 car.
Yeah, but if you don't have great credit, that's what he had to pay interest for it, like $10,000. But he had it 2 weeks, and he was wanting to total it because for insurance money, he hated that thing. And because I remember he came over once and I'm like, why is your rear view mirror broke? He said he closed the rear hatch too hard and it broke the rear view mirror. My one good memory of that car is we took it to the mall crawl in Boulder. And for those not familiar, it was a riot that would happen every year on Halloween at this outdoor, like, mid-city shopping mall with the brick roads.
The Pearl Street Mall.
Yeah, and it was like, I'd never seen anything like it. And to this day, I'd never been anything like that. Stampedes of, like, 100,000 people. And Darren and I, we all, Darren wore the Bob mask, and I wore this black, it looked like a werewolf, but it was actually like a boar, a wild boar with the tusks. And we had so much fun. That was basically what got me introduced to cosplay. And I've been in love with it ever since. And we took the Yugo up there, and there were people hanging from the stoplights and breaking plate glass windows of the stores. It was crazy. And I think that was the last year they allowed it. It was banned after that.
I don't remember the misbehavior. I just remember tons of people. Of course, I was wearing the Bob mask, so I probably didn't see stuff you saw.
Yeah, I had pretty good vision with that thing. I liked that that kind of boar thing, that mask.
Travis is the other one that I was talking about.
Now, Travis, he lives in Cheyenne. I still kind of keep in touch with him a little bit. But he's kind of one of those kind of friends that is cool sometimes, but like 50% or more of the time just pisses you off. Like, here's an example. He was on speakerphone or something, and he was talking to me when I lived in Alabama. And he had his 2 little girls, and he was telling me, Gracie couldn't have kids because she got her tubes tied or whatever. She couldn't have. So he was telling me, you need to have kids, Jimmy. It's so much. You just love him. I'm like, you can't, Gracie. And I could not get it through his head. I kept saying it over and over, and he would not let off. Oh, but you need to, this and that. And finally, Gracie started crying. I'm like, you son of a bitch. And that's the kind of person, here we go. I don't want to just rag on the guy, but this is relevant. My wild boar mask. No, it wasn't the wild boar mask. It was the next generation. I had it was like a skeleton orc. Kind of a big jaw, movable jaw with these teddy bear plastic eyes. And Darren's wife made me...
Like a doll's eyes.
Like a doll's eyes.
Dead eyes.
And Darren's wife, Michelle, made me this Grim Reaper cloak. And I had skeleton hands and feet. And it was a pretty cool looking costume. The jaw moved with my own jaw. It was really neat looking. Well, Travis asked to borrow it. And I'm kind of, these costumes are kind of my identity. I don't want to really let it out. But against my better judgment, I let him borrow it. So... like weeks later, I'm like, can I have my costume back? He's like, it's in the car, in the back of the car. Can we get it next week? Because I was recording, mastering my CD at his house every weekend. So I'd go there next week. Can I get my costume back? Well, it's in the trunk it's in the bottom of the trunk. He did this 2 or 3 times. And finally, I said, can I get my costume back? He says, it was in my trunk and it rotted, so I threw it away. So that's who we're talking about.
Yay.
Yeah. The first time I ever met him, I was 10 years old or 9. I guess, no, I was 9 years old. Darren brought him home. He just comes in there and starts drinking my orange juice out of my glass that I'm drinking. So that was my first impression, and it never really changed.
Yeah.
But, there were some good memories, too. It wasn't all bad.
Oh, yeah?
Except it was in Colorado, so it was all bad, right?
No, the only good memory, I don't know. One time we drag raced on 225, and I almost died.
Well, that's a good memory.
Yeah. Not like literally, but I had a close call. and Porter was with him. And Porter later told me years later that scared the shit out of him because, we were racing each other on the freeway, and I had my exit, and I cut right in front of a semi to get my exit. It was almost like a Gone in 60 Seconds kind of a maneuver, and I didn't think much about it. And then Jack later said that scared the shit out of him when I did that. Like, well, I had a big car. I had that Audi Fox, you know.
Oh yeah.
That semi would have been no match for that. The hell happened to Steve? Come on, Steve. Do you
Who's in
actually
the
smoke a
chat?
cigarette, or are
Who's in
those
the
like
chat?
doobies? He's got doobies out there.
Dooby dooby doo.
Can we please call it a tallywhacker?
He's smoking a cod.
Dooby dooby doo.
Actually, I ordered a D&D book there, and it should be here this week. It's called Run, Purple Worm, Everybody Dies.
Is it a novel or?
No, it's actually a campaigns. It's not really campaigns. It's a collection of one-shot campaigns where everybody dies at the end.
Okay,
was
guys.
one-
Steve's
there was-
back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yay!
There was one high level module, and the way it starts out, you're supposed to start it out is if you're the DM, you tell the party that this one's probably too tough for your characters, so we're going to just use the pre-made ones. And so then you hand out the Tensor, Mordenkainen, all the guys that the spells are named after, the famous original D&D wizards and warriors and stuff. And then have them play those for the adventure. And in the first scene of the adventure, they all get killed by a lich. And so you're like, all right, well, I guess we can just use your characters and try to finish it. So it's kind of a tactic to scare everybody.
Oh.
Yep. Well, like I said, my son's playing a campaign online right now, Tyranny of Dragons. It's a campaign. And like the main antagonist is Tiamat. I don't know what happened over the years, but back when we played D&D in the 80s, if Tiamat showed up, you were just dead. It was like, I'll give you one roll of the dice to see if you shit yourself before you die, you know?
Yeah, I'm thinking Tiamat is behind the scenes in that one.
Yes.
You know what's ironic is you two we're so all your life obsessed with Dungeons and Dragons, and it's like I was looking at my picture. I'm the one that kind of became D&D characters.
Yeah, you're the one who actually dresses up and goes out as D&D characters.
Yeah.
I've got my D&D game coming along. Today I was like I'm doing 5th edition, but I was building all the stuff for the character classes. And
I like 5th edition.
it's some of it I like, some of it I would prefer 2nd edition. But yeah, I got a whole bunch done. So I've got all the classes in there and their abilities, and I'm working on getting spells, and combat's kind of ironed out.
I mean, I have 1st edition and I have 5th edition.
2nd edition is pretty good. It's similar to 1st edition. It doesn't really
Still got
drag.
Thaco.
The first edition is Kenny Rogers' 60s band.
Yeah.
Condition my conditions in. Hey. What do you think about, because I do these precious moments, having a couple like if you buy a magazine, like the fancier magazines, they would sometimes have a commemorative edition, like kind of an offshoot edition of something.
Mm-hmm.
What if we did because there's a couple BabbleGab episodes that had a running joke. A few weeks ago we had one with the wet spot. It just kept going and continuing to be funny. And I thought about, because there's so much material there, with the Paul and John doing songs about it and everything else, that it might be worth its own a special edition of BabbleGab.
Steve's morning show gives me a wet spot.
There you go. And there was one last year the Halloween one. Remember when we had Keaton, the autistic kid, on there that kept requesting songs? That was another one that just kept going, and that might be worth its own edition because there's so much material there.
Yeah.
So it's like I either take a special precious moments and keep breaking it up.
He was requesting songs. He was trying to play songs.
Well, he was requesting them first, and when we wouldn't play him, then he started playing him. That's when we kicked him off.
Oh, he was
Yeah, I
doing
think
that.
he's hanging out in Steve's chat now.
Oh, really?
Is that Jimmy?
Not really.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
What? Jimmy. Oh, the one that's copies and pastes like 6 paragraphs.
Yeah, and then he requests all these weird
He like
songs.
copies like 6 paragraphs from the Quran every episode.
And I keep telling him.
It's his own weirdly specific theology that nobody else subscribes to.
And he's requesting all this stuff that I don't have, and I got to go chase. And I'm like, what do I do? Do I tell him no, that's not what I play, or
Where did
I
he come
got
from?
Tell him
Steve?
that's not what you play.
Yeah.
Where did he come from?
Sometimes you just got to do them.
He's from Big Bob's chat, I think, and listens.
Steve played a double shot of Apology None today from the new album.
Yeah.
Can You Feel It and Black Empty Square.
Yeah. Virtual audience likes that. Stereo virtual audience now. Back to Timmy.
Oh, yeah. It definitely sounds good on the headphones.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Kind of joke that I kind of taught Steve how to double track, and now he's doing it at the same time I stopped doing it. So I have to pass the torch to him.
I'm only down on the one thing. I wanted to try and test it, see if...
Oh, there's nothing wrong with doing it. I just kind of found that because the first 4 Apology None albums were done like that. And, on headphones and certain, on the stereo or whatever, it sounds fine. But I found like on the cell phone, if I listen to it on something like that, it kind of sounds robotic or the vocals sound weak because of it. So that's why I decided to change it.
I was wondering how it sounds like, the singer is singing multiple voices and stuff,
Yeah, well, that's and it works for Apology None because it was kind of a '60s thing.
Yeah.
John Lennon loved it, and you could really hear it like watching the Wheels. His
Oh,
lead vocals.
yeah.
You can really tell it's double track, and so it's fine. It's a fine vintage sound, so I'm not ashamed of it. But I think after Hideaway, when I was listening to some of the songs, I'm like, the vocals could be stronger here. But I think the double tracking just kind of made them sound a little weak.
But speaking of John Lennon, the double, I found a copy of Double Fantasy where it's dry vocals, where they're not piled up with double voices on it, and it sounds a lot better.
Really?
Oh yeah, I'll play next time you're in. I'll play
Did
one.
it still have Yoko going? Blah, 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 blah?
Nah, she's not it. No.
So how does that toilet flush sound in mono and not double tracked?
Double track the toilet flush.
Didn't they have a whole album about buttholes or something, and it was just farts and stuff like that?
Yeah, I don't remember.
No, it was a movie they made. It was a movie.
Married people videos.
Oh, this.
No, it wasn't. It was. Look it up. I'm serious. It was a John and Yoko movie, and it would just show people's naked butts.
Yeah, this is actually a track on the album. Shit. Yeah, that's the. But that's actually a track on Yoko or whatever.
Well, at least it wasn't like false advertising, You just had to.
Yeah.
Was that the one where they were buck naked on the cover?
I don't remember which album. Why do I still have the bee swarm? Oh, I took it off here. That's why.
The birds and the beasts and the flowers.
Flowers and the trees and the thing between your knees.
Huh?
Darren
Oh my
hated
God,
that song.
my balls itch.
Darren hated that song. You remember that? It was on
I
Goofy.
hate a damn thing.
It was on Goofy Greats.
Yeah.
It was like I think that was the one song Darren couldn't stand.
Oh. I see. Yeah.
No one wants to hear these friggin' sound effects. Knock it the hell off.
Okay, Miss Vocal Fry. What was that one? There was another song, a weird one on Goofy Greats. Nashville Crap.
Goofy. Is it songs or?
It's Love and Spoonful. Nashville Crap.
Oh yeah, I have a Nashville song by them.
Yeah, Nashville Cats.
Oh yeah, that's okay. So it's actually a Goofy song.
There's like
Compilation
7,431
album,
pickers in Nashville.
Yeah.
It's
He
called
said
Goofy
pickers,
Greats.
not
Goofy Greats was a K-Tel collection of
compilation.
bubblegum songs. Yeah, it was bubblegum and
Oh,
other kind of slightly
Boy.
quirky and silly songs. But they cut off
Shipping
at
birds
60.
by air just seems kind of strange.
Yeah, you just fly 'em away. But yeah,
okay.
the Goofy Greats cut off at like 69 or 70, so you didn't have like.
Well, here's the Goofy Greats 1978.
Well, maybe the update. The one Darren and I had was from 75.
Oh,
But
yeah.
still, the latest song they had on there was "Little Green Bag" from like 1970. That was, but they had Ahab the Arab and the Name Game and Green Tambourine. See, I mean, some of it was just kind of bubblegummy. It wasn't necessarily like novelty, silly
Well,
stuff.
these are the original songs. I thought they were like parodies. They're like
No, Goofy
original.
Greats was all real songs. In fact, they had the long version of Ahab the Arab, so that was surprising. Like they weren't butchered technically.
Was that the 75 one?
Yeah, the one Darren and I had. It had a painting of a Tarzan on the cover, like it was Guitarzan, but it didn't have that. It said Ahab.
Oh, this one, the cover of this one has Snoopy the Red Baron.
Yeah, we had it on ours.
Okay. Rockin' around LA. Loop de loop.
Excuse me.
Yep. You know what? That Here We Go
I
Loop
think-
de Loop was in my head today. I was out. I was digging out the mud pit, and I'm like, "We're having a party." You know, here we go, loop de loop. I was singing that damn song.
Sure.
So the building with the sun on it and the stripe at the top behind Dave.
Yeah.
I think I used to work in that building.
I don't see it. I just see a very depressing picture behind.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? A stripe at the top?
Kind of the shorter building in the middle. that's
Oh,
got
I
the
see what
black
you're
stripe
talking. Yeah, I
across the
see.
top.
It's in the center of the.
It was they wanted to build it, but there was an old church there, and they wouldn't let them tear it down. So they kind of built the building around it. So the church is kind of just still sitting there under one corner.
I know that building.
Yeah.
And the skyscraper on the left, they used to call it the cash register building because it.
No, they still call it the cash register building.
Yeah. And the bottom of that building has a big cash register too, but it's all glass.
Yeah, they got the part that kind of curves out like a or quarter circle. Yeah.
Were you with us when we? Because remember, we used to ride our bikes downtown all the way from our place. It's like 14 miles each way. And one time we went, and it was like a Super Bowl, or it was a football game weekend, and it was just like a ghost town. It was like a comet had hit, and there was nobody there downtown. We were just riding our bikes around. It was.
I think the furthest I ever rode my bike, that was a Whitaker thing. You know, Whitaker made us do that one, but not Darren.
He didn't make you do a goddamn thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the furthest I ever rode my bike was Al's Hobbies, and that was it.
Oh. No, we did it a few times. We'd go past downtown.
Yeah, we'd go to downtown, or we'd go to what was the mall down south?
Cinderella City.
Yeah,
Yeah, we rode there.
Bonnie Bray.
No,
Hobbies,
we'd get on our bikes and hit the Highline bike trail, and shit, we'd be all over the place.
That was good times.
It was neat. That trail, that I gotta say, for those who don't know, there was this Highline Canal that went from Aurora, and it went downtown, and then it went north through Thornton and North Glen. So it's like two places that we lived, North Glen and Aurora. We lived right next to the canal, and in North Glen, it would freeze over, and we would like wade or fall in the ice, fall through the ice and stuff, and it was we'd jump off the frozen waterfalls, and when
I don't remember water in the wintertime. I think they turned the water off, and the canals weren't full in the wintertime.
oh, they were
Yeah,
full.
I think it was.
And I
I think it was like snow melt.
Yeah. Because Darren and I, in the middle of the winter, when we lived in Aurora, we decided to walk down the canal in the middle of a blizzard. And we took our dogs, Kato and Lucky, without leashes. And I had a BMX helmet, like a full face thing with goggles, and put a hood over that. And Darren had his bob mask and put his hood over the bob mask. We must have looked like a pair. And we were walking through the canal. I remember one of the dogs fell through the ice, and the other was like, oh, that looks fun, and did the same thing. So yeah, there was water there. But yeah, what was neat is there was a bike path that ran along the canal the whole way. So we could pretty much from where we lived, we could take the bike path and ride it all the way to Denver and maybe cross 2 streets the whole time, all the way downtown. And there was this one park near the Railroad Museum that had the haunted house. It was like an abandoned, or it was a retired factory, multi-level old factory that they made into a haunted house. It was like part of a railroad museum. And you work your way up to the top of the haunted house, and you end up all the way to the top, and you take like a genuine flag factory slide down. And when you go to the bottom of the slide, everybody's outside laughing at you. That was actually kind of cool. But right next to that was this big green, like amphitheater park, and it went down so steep. Like I don't think we ventured our bikes down it, but you could run down that hill and not be able to stop, kind of a thing. It was kind of neat. But there was one place that was off the bike path that was like a little side, like a dog path, and it was like a roller coaster. We'd take our bikes down and wind down, and I don't know, it was pretty neat. That was kind of cool. And there was another offshoot. Yeah, there was another offshoot, a dirt path near one of the intersections, and you'd take that off the road, and it went like in a spiral, like almost like a video game. I just remember the kind of those little things. And part of it went through that Montview or Fairview, whatever, cemetery with the big bell tower.
I remember that. We used to sing "Hold Back the Rain."
Oh yeah, was that a CCR song?
Grand.
I think it was Fairview, actually. Fairview Cemetery.
I knew it was some kind of view or something. Fair something. We used to go there at night. It was pretty freaky. I think that was one of the putt misadventures. Is that the one where you were running naked with the cape down Havana?
No, I wasn't running naked, but he ran across Havana in the cape.
Oh, I thought it was you guys, Chuck.
No, it was your brother. Wow, we're a lively bunch, aren't we?
Oh, well, I was trying to keep it going. Steve has oh, fuck off.
Huh?
I thought somebody was legitimately saying something in our chat, and it was you. I was like, oh.
Oh, the disco duck?
Yeah.
Dinosaur. Oh, fuck off. I typed that an hour ago or something.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't look at that.
As long as we don't hear from Dell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see.
I haven't talked to him all week. I don't know what he's up to.
Oh, so Father Stephen at church, he heard the CD and he said I had an outstanding voice. He was really impressed. Isn't that neat?
Yeah. It sounded like you had a lot of fun making that.
No, he didn't say that like that other priest. He was actually, he seemed actually genuinely impressed. So that's pretty cool. But he's leaving. He's leaving in June. It turns out there is a severe shortage of Anglican priests.
Yeah.
That there are priests that can't retire because there's nobody to take their place. So he's going to go to North Carolina to take somebody's place and retire.
And leave a vacancy here in Florida, you know. So.
No, I don't. From what the priest said, Father Brad, he said that no one's really going to replace him because there's just nobody to replace him. So, if any of you want to,
sucks.
Yeah, join the clergy and go to seminary and become a Anglican priest. I would do it,
Depends
but
on
I'm
how
too
much
old
pays.
now. Do what?
Depends on how much it pays.
I don't think they're rich, but I imagine they can afford a living. You know, they can at least live off it.
Well, I want to be rich.
Well, then you've got to. I don't think Anglican is your thing. You got to be one of those. What is that guy that's real popular now? That one of those got the big church, Jerry Falwell or something. He's got the
Joel Osteen or
yeah, that's
whatever.
it. That's it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that piece of shit. Yeah, no, he's not. I think his denomination is piece of shit.
Yeah.
Is money?
Shititarian.
Yeah.
I don't know why those there's always those televangelists, and they always rope people in and take their money.
Who was the one that had the wife that had the thick makeup on and started smearing because she was
Tammy Baker.
Oh my God, Tammy Baker.
Tammy Faye Baker, yeah.
Who's that? There's one that really annoys me. Tifton or Tilton is his name. Oh my God. It's really, well, they're all annoying, but still.
I remember two from the '80s in Colorado, and this guy I think was national, but I used to see him. There was Lola Lundstrom, and then there was this woman, this older lady, that had her own church show, and she was always going to Africa and talking about the starving kids.
Is she the one that went, I believe in miracles?
Wasn't that
because I
Sally
believe
Struthers?
in
No, she wasn't dramatic like that, Steve. She was just some
believe
lady. You know, when you had like 3 channels, you just kind of watched what was there.
Yeah, that's why you watched Inside a lot, right?
No, actually liked Inside. I'd watch it now on my own.
I just watched Blinky.
Yeah, there
You watched Blinky. Well, Blinky he played cartoons like Woody Woodpecker, but he would do like intros in the he was a hobo clown and had his own morning kids show, and I guess he had a live audience. Putt said he was there in his audience, but yeah, he would just play cartoons, and then at the end of the cartoon, he'd say not to tell kids not to drink and drive and stuff.
Aaron, who's that behind you?
Well, there's a guy.
Is that you?
Yeah.
Huh? Oh, there you go. And there's a Pastor John Hagee.
That's Darren when he was captain
Pastor
of the
John
USS
Hagee, his head
Redundant.
is twice as wide as mine, and his body is like 3 times as wide as mine is.
Who?
Who's that?
Pastor John Hagee, H-A-G-E.
Oh.
Oh, and Darren finally did get to see himself in front of the fireplace with the whiskey at Karen, our friend Karen's Christmas party. That was so funny. There's a guy, I guess he was on Parks and Rec. I don't know who he is, but he like has his own line of whiskey or something, or is part of that company, and he sat in front of a camera in front of a fireplace with his whiskey for 10 hours or something or 8 or 10 hours, and just made a constant video. I imagine there must be a splice where he had to pee or something, but he would just sit there and look at you at the camera, and then every once in a while he'd take a little sip.
I was wondering if somebody did that. You say they did that on YouTube or what?
It might be on YouTube, but anyway, Karen, the one who plays the voice of Stacy in the Paul Jeanette cartoon, she has a Christmas party every year, and not last year, but the year before, she had that on the big screen, and I'm like, it's Darren. It's like Darren's at our party, looking at us, and I was trying to explain that to her, and then next year, Darren actually was there and got to see it, and so it was like having 2 Darrens there.
You know, it gets me on YouTube is you look for a song or something or whatever, and you come across something that says, "Oh, first time hearing this," then reaction. I'm like, I want to do a video once where I'm just sitting there, the song is playing, and when it's all over with, I just do something like, or just reaction.
I like the shrug, because you never see reaction videos where they're just like, yeah, I've heard better.
Going, oh my God, you know.
Yeah, as far as Gottschalk's saying, I think a lot of it's just hamming it up and trying to get hits, because if they do say just shrug, they're not going to get any hits.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if Jerry Pruitt, our cousin, had I guess you guys wouldn't know, but yeah, if he had his own YouTube channel, his reaction videos, like, yeah, it was mediocre.
Hey, we've got our own YouTube channel and 4 people are watching.
Yeah. We need a reaction for that.
Oh,
And
we're
Wendy
up.
Lou said there was some TV preacher named Peter Popoff. And he
Pop-off.
and he claimed to have miracle water.
Oh yeah, Peter Pan.
I think it's the guy that's talking about Robert Tilton. Or
Speaking
something.
of such, I have to go get rid of some miracle water.
Oh, my.
Golden
Yeah.
miracle water, huh?
There you go.
There is, I don't know if you ever heard of Pogo, if I mentioned him or not.
I know of a band called, no, it's Poco.
Pogo that he goes by.
Paco?
Well, there was an old comic strip, Pogo, back 100 years ago.
I once rode a horse called Pogo.
There.
Oh, at least
No,
you
we're
gave him
not.
a name, though.
No, I didn't name him. They did, but it was.
Well, somebody, as long as somebody gave him a name. Because that's just so damn annoying.
I was like 10 or 11 years old. We did a horseback tour in Colorado somewhere, and I had my own horse named Pogo. Go ahead, Steve.
He's also the one who did Data and Picard. Remember that, Tony? I played that.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, he clips things together. He made pretty good music out of it. And he did that with this Robert Tilton preacher. And it just like,
Watch this.
he does this clips from the shows. So like a spankless monkey there.
Oh, hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Get up right now.
So you just take clips of what he's doing and he makes music to it.
Uh-huh.
And that's that preacher that drives me nuts, Robert Tilton or Tifton or whatever.
Oh, okay.
It's like that new Odyssey movie that guy's making,
Hmm.
and it's got. He said he doesn't want to put. It's Christopher Nolan, and he says he doesn't want to put orchestral music in it because they didn't have that during the Greek times. Yet he's going to have a rapper in it doing.
Yeah, didn't have those
That
in
makes
Greek
sense.
times either.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They
Idiot.
should have just had lutes.
They had more. They had trumpets. They had all sorts of. This list. Read it in the Bible. Damn near every instrument's listed in the Bible. You know.
Yeah.
I wonder what that picture that Darren has. I wonder where that's from. I don't-
That was probably AI.
It might be. I don't know. But people can get picture. Put a uniform and get a picture in front of a backdrop too. I've done that.
Oh, you got a new. Oh, that's you had
Ticonderoga or
that
some
one.
damn place.
Yeah, I remember the chuckle.
Look at the airplane food, man. Look at that stuff.
No,
It's all the same color, but at least it's food.
You know how they
Now
gave
you
you like
peanuts.
a little bag of pretzels or something on the airplane? When we were going back from Spain, you know what they gave us for food for a snack? Almonds and olives. The fuck? What is this? So I stuck it up my ass because I didn't know what to do with it.
And you know, when you're on a flight, I'm a coffeeholic, and they only basically bring you this one cup for the whole flight.
Yeah.
Little tiny styrofoam cup. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, I was pretty much pissed on the flight back because, okay, that was our snack, was almonds and olives, okay? So then they gave us dinner, and they didn't give us anything to wash it down for literally 45 minutes after they served the dinner.
That's crazy.
And then later on, because it's a long flight, later on they gave us these pizza twists thing, which were all right. But I mean, it's pizza. It's a lot of dough. It's a lot of. They didn't give us anything to wash it down. No drinks at all. In fact, they were like serving drinks at the front part of the cabin, and then they just gave up, and that was it.
Man, that's first class then, maybe.
No, it wasn't even first class. They just gave up. We were like waiting for them to get to us so we can wash this shit down.
Airline service is just horrible anymore.
It is. It was. And they gave a questionnaire about it, and I was going to tell them all about it, but it ended up, they sent it to me, but it was for Wendy, but it was only for the flight from D.C. to Florida because we were delayed. So I gave it to her to fill out, but it's like, I would never recommend United ever.
In my Uber, I had a couple weeks ago. I had a flight attendant. I was taking him to work in the airport, and I asked him, I said, "Why do they just give you a little tiny drink and peanut?" "Oh, money, probably. Trying to cut back money." Really? They'll charge you out the ass for the ticket, but all you get's peanuts.
Yeah, it's bullshit. I didn't think they really do peanuts anymore because of stupid kids with the peanut.
Oh yeah,
allergies.
that's probably something else. I don't know what they do.
Yeah, she says it seems like they got halfway with drinks and just stopped. They did. They're having to wash down a pizza stick, and when I say a pizza twist, that means there's really no sauce on it. So there's really nothing there to wash anything down. It's just,
I did find that once you're past security, most places will have drinks you could get on it. You just can't take liquids past the security. Once you're on the other side,
you just have to pay an arm and a leg for a gosh damn drink.
Well, yeah,
but in Europe,
no,
they can make fun of America all they want, but at least in our airports, we give you free water. We got water fountains and a place to fill up your bottle, and bathrooms. They don't have any of that shit in Europe. There's no free water in Europe. You got to buy everything, and if you're lucky. I mean, it's like the airport in Barcelona. And Wendy could probably attest. There was one bathroom. I think we saw the whole time, and that's. Well, he said in the French train station, they had one tiny little bathroom in the whole station, and you had to pay to get in, and it was shitty. I mean, literally shitty bathroom.
They never clean it.
No, it didn't seem like it. And Wendy said, that's why I take a water bottle and fill a water fountain after I get through. Well, yeah, me too. Yeah. But it still doesn't do you any good in Spain, in Europe, because there's nowhere to fill it up. You just have to buy everything.
So you got to buy bottled water? Or?
Yeah, they don't have water fountains there. It's bullshit. They make fun of America and Americans. It's like, at least we give you water and a place to pee.
For the price of tickets, you can get decent drinks at least,
Yeah.
We'll stick snacks, like me and Vicky go. She'll take a purse. She doesn't usually carry a purse, but for this she will. And she'll stick some snacks in the purse or something.
Yeah, she said, I don't think we would have ever found the bathroom in France. It was a challenge. It really was. I didn't think we'd find one because we were looking around the town. We went to the shop. We went to a grocery store. There was no bathroom in it. That's when everybody was just walking around like zombies. They were walking around like Walmart employees.
That's when you go pee behind a bush.
Well, there was an empty, like a building that didn't have a front. It was just like a hollow thing, and there was a guy peeing in it.
Yeah, dude.
I was tempted, but it's just like the last thing I want to do is get arrested in a foreign country when we got to return home the next day. You know what I mean? So it was.
What'd you get? Yeah, but what are you gonna pee your pants or something?
No, I mean I didn't have to go that bad,
oh.
But it was. I had to kind of go where it was like I don't know if I could make the whole trip back. So I was really trying to find something. And
well, once you got on the plane, you can use the bathroom there.
Yeah, but the plane was the next day.
Oh well.
We had to take a bus back from France back to Barcelona, which was probably an hour, 90-minute bus ride.
You didn't stay like in a motel that night.
Yeah, there was a bathroom in the hotel, but okay. We were like an hour and a half, 2 hours away from our hotel. We were in France, and that's where there was no bathrooms.
They have no bathrooms.
That's why the French always go wee wee. Go ahead.
No wee wee. Yeah, wee wee.
No, they have the French. They have these like circular things that you walk into and you pee in. They get rid of.
They didn't even have that. They didn't have
a trough.
anything.
You mean like a trough?
No, the circular. And it had like a half wall, so you could see everybody's feet. But you would go in there and just pee towards the center of it, and they had like a circular thing.
Oh, I would welcome that. I would have taken off my pants and everything.
Well, I remember Chief Stadium about 15 years ago. Last time I was Chief Stadium. They don't have modern bathrooms. We got divider urinal. They have this big tub, a trough or whatever.
I hate those ballpark troughs.
Yeah,
I'm like, what the fuck?
You would think that would have been like a '60s thing.
Yeah, I mean, this is early 2000s when we're peeing in the bathtub in a circle. You know?
Yeah.
Yes, that was fun and entertaining.
Yeah, it was. You might as well just compare. You say, "Hi, you're looking at."
Well, yeah, you can cross streams and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And sword fights.
If you're young enough. If you're young enough.
Well, there's adults that do it. You know. All right, just me. Okay, never mind.
That is an ugly grill on that truck.
But I'm just surprised that Arrowhead Stadium, the Chiefs did that. They had the trough or whatever they call that.
Yeah.
I call it a trough.
Trough.
Sometimes it's a metal one. If it's really old, it's like a metal one. That's like copper or some shit.
Yeah, I'm standing there taking a leak. I can't do it. I mean, all these guys around me. I'm like, you guys want to turn your heads or something?
And we talked about this before. When you got to pee in your sleep, it's like I'd have dreams I'd be at a place like that. And it would be like no privacy, or nothing works, and it's your body telling you, no, you need to get up and use the bathroom. That's why it's like nothing works in your dream.
Body is telling you to do it. Yeah.
And if you got to go number 2, it's usually like it's usually a public restroom, and the toilet has overflowed and is full of. It's just the nastiest thing in the world. So it's funny how your body or your brain kind of helps you out there.
Why in real life, not just in the toilets, when you go to a public bathroom, there's always one that's got all that, the overflow and I mean, don't they really clean the damn things?
Well, I really think it's our brain doing us a favor, just telling us that we need to.
But Steve's talking about real life, not dreams.
Yeah, real
life.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I see that all the time when I go Ubering around. I gotta stop taking a leak. And, oh my God! It's a good thing I don't have to
crash into everybody. All right.
Good thing I don't have to go number 2 usually. I'll come all the way home before.
You gotta have a toilet seat instead of the driver's seat, so you can just go number 2 while you're taking people around.
I've seen them.
There's
if you ever saw the movie American Pie from '99, there was the one kid who wouldn't take a dump in school. He had to go home because he lived close enough to where he could run home there.
And then they give him like a laxative that ended up in a girl's room.
'90s gross out movie,
That movie did push some buttons,
I never saw it.
You never saw it?
I just
didn't miss much.
I just saw this thing behind Tony where the colorization had the stoplight go yellow and then the top one was yellow.
Oh yeah. Well, that American Pie was cute. They should have they should have stopped at first and not gone all these different ones. But that's with a lot of movies anyway. So.
I love how this chick there's no cell phones back then, so she's got to use a piece of paper to be a pain in the ass in traffic.
There's Tony.
What's she using the piece of paper for?
Well, she's checking her notes or some shit. Nowadays everybody got the phone out, but back then they didn't have cell phones, so they had to use pieces of paper.
You ever been at that intersection, Tony? Beverly Boulevard
and Commonwealth. I could probably find that. Sometimes they're not there anymore because of the freeway construction.
Oh. That looks like the 8 is Enough house. No, it's too big.
Yeah, that's like.
Whoa, that was weird. You okay, Goshchuck?
Yep, what'd I do?
Look, you got whiplash
across the screen.
Yeah, your head hit the camera and then you bounce back and.
I thought I saw some. I thought my eyes were playing tricks on here.
I think that was our first precious moment. It was kind of an accident.
Can you do that again, Gus?
That was wild. That looked like it hurt.
My camera skipped or something.
Instant replay.
Yeah.
For a while, I had my camera on automatic zoom, and every so often my head would get really big. It's like, Rawr!
Luckily, I can't make adjustments like
I think this has got to be like a how not to drive like an idiot kind of video, because they just pull on out. They don't care.
Oh yeah, nobody looks. Nobody signals.
I saw a Humpty Dumpty car in my collectible automobile magazine that I almost kind of like. That if I had to choose an early '50s Humpty Dumpty mobile, I really thought the Frasers looked good.
Wow.
Like the '49 Fraser.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And I never really thought anything about them before, but I'm like, that's a good looking car. And evidently they were really top of the line. It had a lot of beautiful interiors, like color coded, different stuffs going on, like the finest leather. I guess they were kind of a luxury car.
Nice house. Like
It
that.
is cool. I like that with the
The
diagonal.
breezeway in the middle.
What kind of car is that?
It's a hot rod.
32 Ford Hot Rod.
Oh, okay.
And here's Mr. Gangster Pinstripes at the kitchen table for breakfast.
How come the father and these always used to have a coat and tie in the house?
It's not just
Well,
the
it's usually
coat
'cause they're
and
on
tie,
their way
but
to work.
he's got the gangster pinstripe on there.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh.
He's got the
He's an
zoot
organized
suit.
crime.
They call it an Italian suit. Is that what it is, an Italian suit?
Yeah, but every father in the 50s and 60s, or you see them, well, maybe mostly the 50s, the dad's got the suit on. Or something.
Why is his grandma there? What happened to his wife?
Grandma.
I don't get it. Could you imagine waking up in the morning to that?
Yeah.
And it's like she doesn't have to look like that, but they just like, how ugly can they make their hair today to make them look like they're 85 years old?
Yeah.
But no, if you look at a high school yearbook from then, the high school girls all look like that. They got that hairstyle.
Yeah. They all look
They all
older.
look like they're 45 or 50 years old in high
know.
school.
Well, they want to look older in high school.
Yeah, but I
Oh,
wouldn't
well,
think they'd
this
want to
guy,
look
he's
like
all-
an old, you know.
This is a different family?
Yeah,
I
very.
guess.
Oh, okay.
This
That
is like
was the rich
ships. They're
family
going to
and
show
this
the
is the
two
Mexican
different families, and they run into each other in Floofy.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea what's going on.
The youngest
Saint B.
looks a lot like the mailman.
Yeah.
Well, I can do
What?
the beginning. I can do the beginning of Chips. Listen. Oh, I can't do it. Never mind.
I used to really like that show when I was a kid.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't complain about it because the theme song was disco.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it for the theme music.
Oh, okay. Man.
I watched it
Speaking
for
of watching
those.
stuff, I'm
I
actually
watched
gonna have
it
a
for
watch
those.
party this weekend with my son.
You did what?
I'm going to show him the original 1954 Godzilla.
Ah.
Oh, yeah. I never saw. Is that the one where it's stop action? Where the well, that's
the
King
guy in
Kong.
the
but
concrete-
King Kong.
Shit, now Putt's not here. Putt would be able to explain the whole thing.
I'm thinking
Well,
of
he'll
King
give us the
Kong.
whole
suit.
layout. But look at the credits and see if Ann Robinson's in it, or because she had a. She's the one that was in my movie Last Page of Summer, that played the leading lady in the 1954 War of the Worlds movie, and also Dragnet from that same era. But she was on Days of Our Lives, and she was like on Adam 12, and all these different things. But she said that she was the one that would take the Japanese like Godzilla movies and do the kids' voices and the women's voices.
Oh wow!
And because they would have to translate it to English. So
Now, this is
I'd be
Ann
interesting
Robinson-
to see if she was in the credits.
Is this the one who she was also in War of the Worlds?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you hear about her? She passed away back in September, but nobody said anything. Nobody announced it until just a couple days ago.
No
Ann
shit.
Robinson, wasn't that the name of the girl, the lady on Weakest
Oh,
Link?
well, hang on, Steve. This is important. She was a friend of ours.
Oh,
Yeah.
She was in my movie. I didn't realize she passed away.
oh,
Well,
That's
neither did
sad.
anybody else because nobody bothered to report it.
Well,
But she
you
passed
know,
away back on September 26th. She was 96 years old.
well, her son Estefan Bravo was a friend of mine. We talked to each other, emailed each other a lot, and then he kind of lost touch.
Oh,
And I wonder if I can find him again.
yeah.
He would get banned off Facebook by like posting pictures of men in their underwear and stuff.
oh, jeez.
Well, if you're going to ban somebody, that's a good reason right there.
I guess.
But yeah, no, she back in September, and then and they announced it a couple days ago, and it's like, wasn't she? And yeah, she was.
Well, that's sad.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I guess I'm gonna post a picture. That picture
Yeah.
of me as the horse with her. Then I'll post that tomorrow. But you know what? It doesn't surprise me too much because I remember when I met her like 9 years ago. He was kind of protective of her health, and they were being careful with her and stuff. So I mean, it doesn't surprise me too much, but it's still sad.
Well, you know that happened. That happened with the one lady from From Alice, the one who played like the really quiet, shy one.
Oh, Vera.
Yeah, she passed away, and she didn't want. I don't know if it was her wish, but it was just not announced for like a couple of months.
Hmm.
Huh. Well, let me get her a little refill. Godshot, maybe find us another question. And I'll... Oh, wait, let me call Dell real quick, Steve.
Oh, you want to call him?
Yeah.
Oh, let's see.
Hey, Dell.
Oh.
I hate these AI phones. Hey again, Dell. I was going to say that game show idea that I had. Yeah, that one. I had a pretty good idea for it. No, no, I don't want to do that. I think that's a horrible idea. Well, I'll tell the guys. I don't think they're going to go for it. Yeah, I know. I love you, Dell. I'll talk.
Fucker hangs up quick.
He wants us to do a new version of The View.
Oh, geez.
And he
I'm
wants
not
us
going to be Whoopi Goldberg.
He wants us to call it the New View Resume.
I like that. The New View Resume.
I'll be right back.
New View. It's hard to say.
I'll give you guys a view.
Yeah. Oh, yuck.
All right, let's do this.
That wouldn't be very fun.
Well, at least Ann Robinson's last credit in IMDb is the last page of Summer.
Yeah.
But I thought there was a gal named Ann
We have that
Robinson.
effect. We have that effect on people.
Wasn't that the name of Ann Robinson who was on The Weakest Link? Wasn't that her name?
No, different. Well, same name, different person.
Okay. So I don't. What did she play in Last Page of Summer?
A friend of
the mayor's wife, or friend of the mayor, yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Who looks just like, the other guy from the movie.
Deja vu.
What's happening? Oh, wrong one. There we go. Oh, man. What's everybody going to do for Memorial Day weekend this weekend?
Nothing.
I was thinking about taking some days off.
Days off? What are those?
Yeah.
I'm actually going to be on vacation next week, and I will not be on the show next week. So.
Oh my God!
Oh. Well, what
I
do
thought
we
this
do?
was your vacation.
Sure. Because I want to do the bus driver's vacation.
What's that?
Tony explains it much better than I do.
The bus driver's vacation?
Well, it's a British thing. They call it the busman's holiday. The bus driver, he goes on vacation. What's he do? Takes the bus. It's like
So where
me
you go?
on my day. What do I do on my day off? I play around with OBS and screens and shit. And everything.
So where are you going on your vacation?
Going up to Alabama to visit relatives I haven't seen in close to a year.
Oh, nice.
Better
Are
bring
they
a
gonna,
banjo.
they're going to make you stack firewood?
Alabama with a
Probably.
Forgot about this. I'm going to Alabama with a banjo on mine. You got a
Before I
banjo?
got on. No, but I can
Bugs
find
Bunny
one,
song?
sure.
Hmm.
Before I got on here tonight, I was playing Star Wars Rebellion, so,
Oh, don't do that.
Todd was playing Lego Star Wars all day.
Oh, boy. Vicky's calling me real quick. Hang on.
Why did she call you that?
Sex!
All right, we're finished now.
Yeah, turn the mic off there, Steve.
Well, give us something for your book.
Oh, what do we got? Oh, let's see.
Or we can do a round robin.
Painted Brain. Okay, there's a place called Painted Brain. It's on Beverly and Commonwealth.
Every citizen of the state of Kentucky is required by law to take a bath at least once a year.
Yep.
Balls.
How do they check?
They don't.
Bath police? I don't know.
I mean, blowjobs are illegal in some states too. But how are they going to enforce it?
I don't even know what that is.
In Idaho, a citizen is forbidden by law to give another citizen a box of candy that weighs more than 50 pounds.
Yeah.
That's weird laws. Oh, let's do a round robin.
In California, it's illegal to eat oranges while bathing.
What?
Mm.
Don't tell Bert and Ernie that. What about bananas? Why don't you taste it and find out?
I still can't believe I did
Somebody
that.
have an idea for
Not
a
only
round
did I
robin?
do it, but I did it in one take.
It's because you're a natural perv. Look at the way the signs are changing color. All right, let's do a round robin.
A square robin.
Yes, square one's fine since Steve isn't here.
Go off colorization, just did it random.
Yeah,
Like a
like
green
Timmy was saying
road.
earlier, the traffic light was all three of them were yellow.
Right.
Use caution, and use more caution.
Yeah. A bunch of ugly houses.
Well, Pud at least came
Oh,
prepared
they-
for the
they-
round
they-
robins.
they-
He knew what he wanted to
He
do.
said these things about you.
He wasn't prepared. He just come up with one, and I came up with it last time. So why don't you come up with one?
I'm not even quite sure what
You ever had
round robin
the
is.
milkman come up to your house?
Yes.
Not quite a while, but yes.
Yeah, we used to have a milkman when I was like 10. Okay, so remember last time I did a round robin, I said name a time that you fell down the
supposed to
stairs.
be Name somebody who fell downstairs.
No, the last time I
Abdul.
did a round robin, I said name a time that you fell. Discuss the time that you fell down the stairs. Darren he won. He had a pretty good time where he like had all this melted cheese whiz.
You fell down Cheese Whiz?
So one of you come up with something and we'll go
I did.
round
Nobody
robin.
liked it.
What? Name a milkman that went to your. That's not really a round robin because it doesn't have much of a story. It's got it has to involve kind of an anecdote, you know.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know why, but that truck reminds me of the Pink Floyd The Wall movie.
Reminds me of Fred Sanford.
It does have kind of a Sanford and Son kind of thing going.
Any of you ever work in a gas station?
I did.
Okay, that's
What
more
happened
of a
to you in
round
the
robin.
gas station, Steve?
That's something that we could reflect on.
I did. I worked back in a time when gas stations actually went out.
Actually, can I expand on that?
Yeah.
No.
Well,
Tell
you
us a
have
story
to
about
because if we didn't work at a gas station, then it'll be a short round robin. So go
Yeah.
ahead.
So this one should be everybody. Let's talk about the first job you were fired from.
All of them.
Let's see. First job. I haven't been fired from too many jobs, so.
So I'll start off. My very first job I ever had, I got fired from. So
For what?
I was working at the barber shop on Fitzsimmons Army Medical Center. It was only like it was like an extreme part-time job. I went in there after school to sweep up the barber shop after it closed and cleaned it up and kind of helped set up and just apparently I wasn't good enough at sweeping up, the floor and stuff. So, they said, you need to go. Gave me my like $2 or $3 cash out of the register and sent me on my way.
It sucks.
So being laid off doesn't count as fired.
Not really, no.
I've been laid off. I can't remember being fired.
Oh, I've been fired a lot.
I know I've been fired once, but I can't remember what job it was.
Matter of
I
fact,
also-
matter of fact, say Darn's kind of waiting for that now, aren't you, Darn?
What,
Yeah,
get laid off or get fired?
I wouldn't say eagerly, but not too far from eagerly.
You ready to get fired or laid off?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd prefer laid off, although there's no difference.
Yeah, looks better on your record.
I think the only time I did was probably 19. I was all I did was temp jobs, and I worked for some temp service called Audia. They were like the first temp service I worked for, and they put me out at the Nissan warehouse a lot. I would load trucks and do different things. Well, one time they had me there, and there was another temp, and then there was a guy that was an employee there. And we were stocking shelves or doing something. And all of a sudden he started talking, and we started talking to him about something. Probably for a few minutes. And I guess we kind of slacked this for those few minutes when we were talking about something. And I guess some guy went and told on me, and they told me to go home. And then when I called the temp service later, asking about job availability, oh, you're on our list or whatever, that you were a bad boy or whatever. And so that was about.
We can't employ you anymore.
Yeah. So, boy, it really gets you
we
mad,
gotta
though.
flood. We gotta flood the country with people from everywhere in the world because we don't have enough people to work.
Yeah. I tell you what, though, I can see why people shoot up places, because I was pissed.
Yeah.
I can
Should
really
have.
see why people do that, because
You should have.
I felt like it. All I had
He'd
was a
be out of
pellet
jail
gun.
by now.
All I had was a pellet gun. It would have probably been a misdemeanor.
Even so.
Still,
They don't know that.
Yeah.
So the wife comes downstairs, and the husband sitting at the kitchen table, and he's got a beer, and he's just kind of crying. And she says, "Honey, what are you crying for?" He said, "You remember when I got you pregnant when we were in high school, and your dad said either I was going to marry you, I was going to prison for 20 years?" She said, "Yeah." He said, "I would have got out today."
Oh my.
How about you, Darren? Your job you got fired from?
Right, Burger King.
Yeah.
First time I got fired from there, they called me in the middle of the night, and part of the job closing is, they got the big flame broiler. Well, after the closes, you got to turn it off and then climb up on top of inside there and scrub out the hood with degreaser and scrub pads and everything to get it clean. And so they called me in, and they said I didn't clean it the night before. I said, "Yeah, I did." And they showed it to me, and it was like totally black. And his brother, who worked there, was cleaning it, and they were all pissed. So they fired me. So next day, I had to come in to get my check. So as I was going through the kitchen, I looked up in the hood, and it was totally black again. So I asked the manager, I was like, your guys cleaned it last night, right? And he said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, look at it." And he looked at it, and he's like, "Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You're not fired if you don't want to be." Because something was wrong with the mixture or something. It was just getting it.
You keep your job?
Yeah, I did. I got unfired, but then I got fired again later because I took off prom night, and at the last minute they decided I needed to work, and I said,
Oh,
"No,
jeez.
no, I'm not going to do that." So they fired me.
Well, now I think about it, there was one job I did get fired from, and it wasn't even my fault, just like yours. I was working at a convenience store, and I got this job because it was within walking distance of the house because I didn't have a car. I was still going to school, for fuck's sake, and they wanted me to work up at the store up by the Kansas City airport. This is like 40 minutes away, and I said I can't do it. I told them for 3 days, and the day came, I didn't show up. They fired me.
Yeah.
And I said, well, I don't like you guys anyway.
I've got the. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, it's Wendy's turn. She says, I was fired from a temp job for doing telemarketing, and the manager asked me if I was going to slash his tires. She said, I was okay with losing my job because I'm not a salesperson and I hated that job.
Yeah.
I understand that. I also understand wanting to slash your tires, too.
Yeah.
I've got a good firing story that I like. It's not my first firing,
Oh.
but it was doing programming. It was actually at the job I'm at now. And we had been working like 12-hour days, and I got my project done. I was the only programmer to get their project done on time. And so the new manager was an ass, called me in and told me they wanted me to bump up to 16 hours a day and help other people get their projects done. And I said, well, I'm doing senior level work, and I mean, promote me to senior and pay me like a senior programmer and I'll do it. So they fired me for having a bad attitude and a poor work ethic.
Oh, geez.
And so, but that basically all of my coworkers 2 days later on the Friday got together and threw me a going away lunch. And there was all the different departments, and there was managers and vice presidents. All of them had to sneak out of the building to go to my going away lunch. So there was like 30 people there. So they kind of threw me that made me feel pretty good. But one of my coworkers asked me, she says, or the day I got fired, she says, "Are you going to come shoot the place up?" I said, "No, I'm not going to. I am feeling a little stabby though."
Boy, I got fired once for not wearing enough bling.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm a coroner's assistant, for God's sake,
Sounds like from Office Space. Remember that? Not a player.
Yeah, that was the joke.
All right, Tony.
Okay, I got it.
Your turn.
No, I got fired from the gas station job. This was like 4 gas station jobs because I'd work with summer and then I would work another summer and this and that. And I got taking the money to go deposit or whatever the bank, and somebody broke into my car and took the money, so that was my fault. So I got fired.
Oh, they thought you stole the money.
Mr. Potter took it.
I just lost the money.
I wouldn't break.
There's the gas station right
I wouldn't
there.
break a car window to steal $100.
That same place, the same convenience store I worked at, they tried firing me the first time, but they didn't. I was still in high school, and the store, I happened to drive by it like at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, wow, that place ain't open yet. Man, manager's gonna get in trouble, and I had to go on to school. So after school, I drive by and it still ain't open, and they were trying to blame me. Why didn't you go in and open it? I said, I go to school, buddy. I was in high school still.
They want you to open it and then leave it unattended?
Yeah, I guess so.
This reminds me, all y'all with cars, I used to have a car years ago, but all y'all with cars, you better buy your motor oil now.
Why is it going to skyrocket?
It's going to be worse than diesel fuel because the one refinery that makes motor oil got kind of exploding.
Oh, really? I didn't hear about that.
So get all
Have you guys been reading? Speaking about getting fired, have you guys been reading some of these stories now about more and more people are like walking into restaurants or fast food places and there's absolutely nobody working in there?
Oh, really? I've seen that. Places are short, especially at like fast food places. I go, oh, we're short-handed. It'll be a couple of minutes. And this is like a Burger King.
At least
it's been happening since...
you get the phone app. And you place your order on the phone app, and that way you can check and see you can actually get it right.
Yeah.
And then walk in and just say, pick up.
Wendy and I, when we were in Barcelona, we met this friend there, this black lady, another actress who had a film there. And we ate, we went to this place to eat, and there was nobody to wait on you. You had to do your order on your phone at their website on their app, and I left. I'm just like, this isn't why I go to a restaurant. So that's when I went to that place that had the giant burger instead. I put my foot down,
I think the one I was reading about is somebody went into like a Waffle House at like 3-4 in the morning, and absolutely nobody in the Waffle House. No cook, no waitress,
Really?
nothing.
And the doors were open?
Yep.
And there's nobody there.
Nope.
Holy cow!
Pull up that
Just go
story.
in, walk
I
in the
bet you
kitchen,
can-
and start cooking
I bet
stuff.
you can pull that story up. I think that's what the guy said he did. He says, I walk around the counter and cook my own eggs and shit.
You know, it gets me about Waffle Houses and stuff like that. I go in there a lot, and the workers just have their rap music blaring loud. This is like 4 o'clock in the morning. And,
And they think everybody loves that stuff. It's just, I don't.
Yeah, it's.
What
Plus,
I like
then
about
they're noisy people.
what I like about Waffle House though, and this is why my wife likes them, is because at least your eggs are hot when you get them.
Well, that's true. Yeah, if somebody's there to cook them.
Yeah, put
Well,
them in
well,
story.
you got to do it
Like
yourself,
this
then it's gonna be
weekend.
hot.
Yeah.
I like it because they've been bringing me hot bacon too. You don't get that at a restaurant.
Yeah,
much.
that's because it comes right off the thing instead of sitting under the hot lamp for 20
Yeah,
minutes.
that's like,
You know?
wow, that is cool. I like that.
You know, Wendy and I went to a burger place there like the next night, and after we had got our drink and our burgers, you know, you want kind of a drink refill after a while.
Mm-hmm.
The waitress or whatever worked there. We were like, she paid no attention to us, and she was in the back sitting on a table like Indian style on her phone.
Oh,
So it's like she didn't get it. They didn't get a tip. You know?
Yeah.
Now,
Well,
explain this
I
one
heard
to me.
tipping in Europe is
It's
They don't
un-American.
expect tips as much there, but
Yeah.
still.
I heard it's an
actually
insult to get a
people-
penny tip. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there you go. But no, there was a thing that I forgot that I was gonna. The thing. It was
The thing.
The
thing. You know, the thing.
It was. The thing was it something that
rhymes with.
Damn it! Out there, folks out there, if you could avoid getting old, sucks. If you could avoid it at all, I just don't
Get a gun.
recommend it.
No.
At all.
So I was in the
It's
kitchen
gone.
today, and I accidentally clanked my finger onto a ceramic plate, and it made the exact sound of a railroad crossing chime.
Oh, wow.
So I got out the knife and did it. It sounded even better, and I recorded on my phone. So if I needed, so that gives me an idea to do like a Transforama where I've got a railroad crossing, just because I've got the perfect sound for it.
Yeah,
I
the
tapped
little
on
thing,
our gate here, and that made the same sound here.
Maybe I could make Robin like a crossing arm thing, you know, with the lights.
Oh yeah.
And maybe Terry like asks him where something is, and he puts his arm up, which is the toll booth, and then the car drives through and gets hit by a train, and maybe the train is like Judy or one of the girls. So sorry, I don't know what to do, but I do know I have.
No,
a
I was thinking
crossing
that
arm
somebody was trying to go around him, and he starts yelling, "Hey, I got my thing down here. You know, what are you doing? Are you nuts?"
That's actually pretty funny too. I like that. I also heard that you don't get drink refills. You have to order and pay for each drink in Spain.
Yep.
Well, they can keep their drink then.
They can the rain in Spain. But no, I had a question. In the olden days, back, before, when the dinosaurs were around, the McDonald's, you went there and the burger, the Big Macs and the fish burgers and all were all sitting under heat lamps for like 12 hours.
Oh my God!
But they still tasted better than the ones now that they make fresh for you.
Yes.
How does that work?
And Darren and my cousins didn't like me when we went to McDonald's because I always had to have with just ketchup, which made that they had to make it fresh, which made everybody have to wait for mine. But at least I had a fresh one and wasn't under the steampunk.
Oh, God, that reminds me. Would you say you worked at Burger King?
No, that was Darren.
That was down. Oh, I got rode up. You know how you can only leave burgers under the light so long, and then they're expired, and you throw them out. One of them expired, and I said, "Oh, I'll just eat it myself." They wrote me up for stealing food. I said, "You have to throw it away anyway."
Well, two things. When I worked at Burger King,
after I eat it, I will throw it away.
Yeah.
I will shit it out later.
Well, when I worked there, there's two things. When I worked there, I don't remember there being a particular time thing. You just left them under the steamer until they closed, basically. And the other thing is, you don't let them see you sneak the food. You go into the deep freezer with the chicken nuggets.
Oh yeah.
It was 10 minutes they could sit under the light.
Really? I don't remember throwing them away. I'm sure we did. I
See,
just
Darren, you could be a damn good Burger King manager again after something.
I need to work the boards and make the sandwiches because I didn't need to have anything ready. I could have a huge rush and I could just make them quick.
But do you speak Spanish at all?
We need to work in fast food.
Or yet.
But I don't care where you are. You could be in Maine. You could be in Minnesota. You could be in Alaska.
Yeah. That's true.
When we were in Spain, I tried to just act like I knew Spanish. So I'm like, no, I know that. But then Wendy was like, no, that's Chinese.
Yeah, I was going to say that sounds Chinese.
And I'll tell you what,
just sound like Ricky Ricardo.
This is factual. The Spanish in Spain and the Spanish in Mexico are two different Spanishes.
Yeah. Oh, that drives me nuts.
Completely.
Yeah.
No, that happened to Eric Estrada. He got a gig in a telenovela, one of those soap operas down in South America somewhere. I'm not sure. Mm-hmm. And he'd been speaking Spanish, or so he thought, all his life. He gets there, and he sounds like a complete buffoon. He had to go back and take proper grammatical Spanish language lessons so he could be on that soap.
Really?
Yeah, because the Spanish in Mexico is like a huge combination of the Aztec Mayan language and the Spanish language. And
interesting.
Yeah, taco is like El Taco or something. No. Listen, fellas.
Well, gentlemen, I was about to say the same thing.
Sorry we sucked tonight.
But
you know what? We still had fun amongst ourselves, Timmy.
Yeah, we certainly had. I was going to say it looked like we had fun doing it, but not really. So, all right. Well, thanks for hanging out, Wendy. Thanks for hanging out, Kendra, if you're still there.
Bye, everybody.
And all the other people.
Now you're just stepping on my dick.
No, there's one thing. There's a movie from 1934, one of Bogart's first really big roles, called Petrified Forest. Takes place at a restaurant. There's a huge sign over the counter of the restaurant that says tipping is un-American.
Wow.
First I'd heard of it, but apparently it is. At least it was in 1934.
Wow.
Anyhow, good night, everybody.
On that note,
take care, everybody.
Have a great week, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.